Bro. The wind messed my hair up some. Oh, maybe it didn't mess it up. Maybe it's perfect now. Nah, it's looking a little rambunctious. I cleaned my desktop. Surely folks will notice. Also, I got this in the mail. I have a challenge for you. Wait a minute. So, I had a plan with this, and it didn't actually work out the way I wanted it to. I spent like 70 bucks on this, and roughly half of that was shipping. Because I was hoping if I get it from a different country, it'd be what I'm looking for. I don't think it's what I'm looking for, man. Son of a biscuit. Where's my cutlery? Oh, I found it. YouTube, it's fake. What's going on? Is there a clue about any comments? So I'll be watching anyways. Oh. The plans discuss a bunch of nonsense. Obviously, the Constitution rifle and the whole, it's a meme, guys, even though that's hypocrisy at this point. That's Chinese made? No. This is from, actually, it could be Chinese made. Let's go and find out real quick. EUAR, the Mirion buildings. Mirion Street, Dublin. That sounds China to me for sure. Where is it? Manufactured by Padget Bros. Ltd. Osset, Wakefield, UK. China, brother, it's Chinesium. Gosh darn it, I bought some Chinesium, son. Son of a biscuit. You can tell it's China made? Look at you. You're built different. Your detection skills are crazy. Wanted a good bolt-action gun. I just want fun guns to shoot, but fun does not mean bad. More on that in a moment. Okay, I'm gonna grab each of the pieces. Triangle. It's funny how I said click the stream. I'm doing some of the dumbest thing I'm doing some nonsense right now. Will this even fit in the square hole? We'll find out. I think it's all the pieces. There's supposed to be 6 pieces. Oh, I'm missing a bridge. Located. We found the bridge. Okay. You know what's crazy? This doubles as a gift for my nephew. Don't tell the tax man that. The bayonet makes up for it. For how many days? Some of y'all don't have any ability to look into the future. It's more just, what am I feeling in the next 24 hours? Or I guess in this case, maybe the next week. Okay. I have a challenge for you. Grab one of these, pop a stream on, and just put the blocks in the hole. You can't call the manufacturer, which UK Dublin, apparently, up to cut one big hole. You can just mindlessly toss every block in, though. I know it might be a little challenging. Might have to turn your brain on, but I believe in you. Famous Luke celebrity believes in me. It's the first block. Chat, where's it go? You thought. Square hole. Exactly. Next block. Bit of a, could be a semicircle, or it's a smiley face. Could be a frowny face too. Where does it go? You thought. Square hole. This one's pretty obvious. Square. Wait. Rectangle. Square hole. Cylinder. Kind of like very, very mustardy. Where does it go? Square hole. Dang it. Can't put this in the freaking circle hole. I wish. Cube. Blue. Where does it go? Square hole. Great minds think alike. And finally, oh, this might work. And finally, the triangle. Where does it go? You see? You can kind of see? Square hole. It worked! Alright. I want you guys to know that took about a month to happen. I bought that a month ago. It took forever to get shipped here. I feel kind of complete now. That was a journey and a half. I spent so much time looking for the one that I could do that with. Because most of them, they don't want you to do that. They have these weird rules, like a certain game we all play. Really strange rules, like, no, the block users can't put all the blocks in one hole. Why not? Why can't I? They try to patch the exploit, but I found the folks in UK, they support exploits. If only the Swedes did too. Anywho, today's subject is essentially... What is the subject actually? Making weapons bad isn't fun. Okay. Let me go ahead and log in. Ignore this. This is my positive review for Helldivers 2. The Marmot Fetish dude can be happy now? Nah, they won't. They won't be. When was that comment even made in the first place? That was dude, that was at least a month ago they left that comment. Move this over here, I guess. Do I need Photoshop for the stream right now? Maybe. I'll go ahead and open it. Nothing in the world that can make you meaningfully happy if you hate yourself. What? Are you okay? I mean that a little bit. Like, I'm kind of confused, but I'm also concerned for you. That sounds like a bit of a reflection of yourself right there in the comment box. Because I really hope that people don't think that my view of the game is a look inside of how I feel about myself, because it's not. Needed a guide for the puzzle solving. I'll flip a little TikTok later, I guess. I'm great commenting on terminally online internet weirdos. But what's the point in leaving a comment that just is almost better off not being commented? What happened? I don't know. Strange comment. They think they know you. They see through all that, doughboy. Bro. If only. I have a very simple life. Okay. So, first point of business. Let's talk about everyone claiming the new Constitution weapon is supposed to be a meme weapon. It's supposed to be bad, and folks should just accept that. They're happy the devs put out a for fun weapon that's a joke. It's a challenge weapon. It's supposed to be a challenging gun. It's not supposed to be good. Meanwhile, half the guns in the game, primary-wise, are essentially ceremonial weapons. We already have more than half the guns that are like that, especially from the primary standpoint. Most ARs, if not all ARs, are pretty much ceremonial weapons. They're basically challenge guns. If you use these weapons, it'll feel challenging. And the list goes on. So I don't see how they can justify that being the case. And the funny thing is, you can disagree. You can say, no, Doe. The primary weapons are so good. You're just bad. You don't understand the power of the Liberator, son. You're garbage, okay? And you can't... Maybe you just can't explain it to me that I'm bad at the game. I won't accept your view on that because I'm just clueless. But explain to me how the devs are trying to put in a for fun weapon, fun being the operative word here. Meanwhile, we get an update today with some interesting changes. One in particular that I think is hilarious. Go ahead and scroll down to find it real quick. It's going to take me a moment. Chum Eagle, nope, not right there. Nope. Top priority, nope. Scroll down some more. Enhance. Where is it? Okay. Wait a minute. No. Found it. Fix stem pistol incorrectly affecting the stem's use statistics in the mission end screen. I feel like that's a meme. Little joke, little for fun thing, seeing someone go for 100+ stems. Why not? Kind of strange how they remove that literally a few days after they drop the weapon that's supposed to be for fun. It's a meme. It's a joke. Not supposed to be good. I feel like that's hypocrisy. Because what does fixing this actually do for anyone? Nothing. There is no... The game is not made better for fixing this. In fact, it honestly makes it just a little bit worse for the folks that actually care about this. And yeah, bigger number is better. Honestly, it makes the game just a little bit worse. Because it was funny seeing folks get 100 stems, 300 stems. Now you can't do that. The other thing too is, so this isn't in the same vein as it being a meme and for fun, but this is, I think that this 100%, at least in my mind, shows that they are just being hypocritical in this sense and just saying stuff. Or at least the players are, because I'm not sure what the devs actually said about the Constitution. I'm not sure if they said it's supposed to be a meme and a joke weapon, but this is supposed to show you that the player base is clueless. They've always been clueless. They will continue to be clueless. They just say things when it's convenient. I can't even begin to describe to you how hypocritical the player base is for this game. They'll say, well, things aren't supposed to be strong. Dude, it's so hard to actually explain and put into words because I see so much of it all the time that at this point it's a blur. But just know that the player base will say one thing one day, and the very next day they'll freaking flip-flop. They'll do a full 180 and say the opposite thing. They themselves are a walking contradiction at all times. And it's mostly because they are clueless when it comes to the video game. They play a game for a lot of hours and they still have no idea how it works. But moving on to different things real quick. Fixed an issue with the stratagem cooldown that allowed players to call down multiple resupplies or hell bombs at the same time. I find it funny that they fixed this. The ability to have more loot, to have more ammo and whatnot, which people are still going to die. This is not a thing that folks did and just lived permanently. They didn't just survive everything. Sometimes folks call down resupplies, they get fully restocked, and they die 2 seconds later. Happens all the time. This just made it so you could actually play the video game and not have to hold hands. Because if you didn't know, when you play as a 4-man, all holding hands, the game is boring on the majority of missions. Only one mission at the moment is challenging in a 4-man group on max difficulty. That is the raise the flag mission against only the automatons, which they'll probably nerf that, oddly enough. But to do this, to take away the extra resupply, just means that you're encouraging the resupply backpack meta, which isn't very fun to begin with, and you're basically saying if you play with random people that do random things, shocker, get effed. Like, just deal with it. All the while, we have a major known issue, I believe, down here. Top priority. Where's it at? Excessive ragdolling can cause a feeling of helplessness and frustration. We have this issue right here, and instead of working on fixing that, they fixed a resupply thing that isn't even a problem. It takes coordination. Honestly, the resupply glitch is one of the few things in the game that takes teamwork. But I'm glad they fixed it. Great work. Genius, if you will. We recognize that changes in this area could have significant impact on the player experience, which is true. We'll actually move on from that. That makes a lot of sense. Both positively and negatively, so we are moving forward cautiously. While we are more certain about some changes, others require further thought. I think the one thing they can do right now is reduce the projectile radius on rocket striders and barrage tanks. It doesn't take much rocket science. No math magician is needed for that one. But oh well. Further adjustments to enemy behavior and projectiles. Being considered prone when ragdolled on the ground. The reinforced scout strider does not telegraph its rocket's attacks. I think the issue is that it can miss you and still kill you, but whatever. What happened now? Well, what happened now is the same thing that's been happening. So I've been refraining from talking about what the game does and how it's been doing stuff for the past 7 months, because Doe complains too much. Meanwhile, I complain about things that happen. I complain about the same things that keep happening. If you guys haven't been paying attention, the devs continue to give buffs sometimes to players, but they always have to nerf something when they buff the players. Almost always. They fix things that don't need fixing. They aren't fixing things that need fixing. And it just leads to this weird sort of feeling of the game. I thought about today, and this is all inspired because of Constitution. The fact that people are so like they're just so clueless on how the Constitution is as a weapon and they're defending it is ridiculous. That made me want to do this today and talk about it. Are folks mad again? I'm folks that are mad. I'm mad. About what? Just the fact that folks want to defend a terrible weapon. Guys, it's supposed to be bad. Like, I'm upset that the player base doesn't recognize that they're the problem. They've been the problem. The same folks, and I've talked about this. I said the same folks that defended the game were then the haters, and now the same haters that the game made a few good choices are now back to riding the game like no one's business. Please dive us. It's crazy. Like a mad scientist, I know. I took a shower, went for a walk, and the wind messed me up. But the player base is clueless, brother. They blindly defend the game. Then, after enough time passes and they legitimately can't even convince themselves the game is perfect anymore, they start to hate the game, in some cases incessantly, like over things that don't even make any sense because, again, they don't have any common sense. And now they're back to defending the game for no reason. We still have the majority of our primaries being essentially garbage. How can anyone defend a new weapon dropping that is absurdly garbage? Because in this case, I'm not expecting to be a good weapon. I just want it to be fun. And I said, make it heavy pin. It'd be fun. It wouldn't even be good. Heavy pin with this damage would maybe be on par with the Senator. Senator is not a good gun. It's just fun. I mean, for a side armor, it's good. But for a primary, it wouldn't be a good gun. This would just be fun. And to say that, and then get met with folks saying, it's supposed to be a meme gun, dude. It's for the challenge. Then half the guns in the game are challenge guns. We already have a plethora of challenge guns. It's a challenge, your challenge. Your challenge. That's you. It fun. Take it back right now. The meme gun is fun. You can poke heavies to death. You can just melee heavies to death. Just because someone is old does not mean is. Hey, bro, Mike Tyson's pretty old. He'll still clean the clock off the majority of people. Why is being challenged mandatory? Well, why do folks make up random excuses? The excuses are insane. And that's been a constant problem in Helldivers 2. Always finding a random excuse that makes no sense for every little thing. Incessantly. Alignment, you're right. Yo, Pete, thanks for the 5. I'm trying to stay in line a little bit. You think Mike Tyson can solo Battle Titan IRL? No. Well, maybe. No. Give him an elephant gun. It's funny because if you play with randoms, they'll quit often. I've noticed that recently. And here's the other thing too. I've seen folks complain about people taking terrible weapons and terrible builds and not doing well in missions. But then those same people are defending this being added to the game. It's a challenge weapon, bro. It's a meme. It's for fun. Don't you like fun? If it was fun, then how come anyone complained about the way the game was before? How come anyone had complaints about our weapons being bad? Because after all, it was just for challenge. It was for fun, right? Weapons being bad makes it more fun because it makes it more challenging. Surely. That's where the logic makes no sense. That's where these players, they say things, and if enough of them say it, they believe it automatically because no critical thought, but they are hoping they can just all repeat the same thing, and with enough folks saying it, they get more people to just believe it without even thinking for themselves. So I think that my problem in this game is the player base. It's the player base at this point. The devs, I don't believe, have a good understanding of what fun is in the first place. Because if they did, they would stop doing the monkey paw balancing constantly. They buffed our anti-tank weapons, but in the same update, they gave us Alpha Commander and Hive Guard spam. Not just a few more Alpha Commanders and Hive Guards, Alpha Commander and Hive Guard spam. Which makes it kind of useless to take anti-tank weapons when you're not really facing that many heavy units in the first place, or elite units. You're facing a ton of medium units that are now tankier. In this case, the Alpha Commanders. Why? Why not instead you buff anti-tank weapons and then you give us seeds that give us a bunch of charges to kill like we used to have way before? There's no common sense. It's not only the players. I know it's not only the players. I'm saying that the players and the devs as a combination are two reasons why I just don't have fun playing the game that much anymore. Because anytime we get progression, the players go back to defending. Like anytime we get like improvements, the players go back to defending things that don't make any damn sense. And the devs are still doing the same thing they've been doing, which is nerfing stuff that doesn't, like, why? In this update, in this small update with bug fixes, they remove the ability to do double resupply or quad resupply, which is like very few folks do it in the first place. They saw like a Twitter clip and went, oh my god, that's broken, fix it. Fix an issue with a stratagem cooldown that allowed players to call down multiple resupplies or hell bombs. Fixing that is just clueless when they can't fix the other things yet. And the stim pistol, like these two things, they don't make any damn sense. And this is a small update too. Like, it's like a small patch. But this goes to show you that they are still dead set on trying to bring difficulty into Helldivers 2, but they don't know what difficulty is because they can't be asked to give you difficulty that is both challenging and fun. They don't know what fun is. They're clueless. That much is obvious. And it should be obvious by the constant need to give players buffs and nerfs at the same time, which, if you know, makes it very hard to track data. And it also seems that they track things based on spreadsheets. So how can they track things accurately when they use spreadsheet balancing if they're always buffing and nerfing things? There's no set data. There's no control in any of their experimentation of the game. This has everything to do with the Constitution. Why are you deflecting? Me? Brother, I've had videos planned that I'm like, I'm not going to post it because I don't feel like complaining. People are enjoying the game. Maybe it's just me that it's broken. The fact that the player base is so delusional to defend the Constitution sparked this stream. That's the only reason I'm doing this. Is the Constitution get released? It got released. Not you? Oh. We need like ads on YouTube, brother. We need to like start adding people. Like reply function from Twitch. We need that so bad. So you're mad over multiple stratagems not being able to call down anymore that usually need a long cooldown? No. It's a compounding thing. DYL, you're a dev? because the devs don't understand compounding. They don't understand the effects of essentially compound interest, but in this case, it's more compounding game changes. They're clueless on that shit. It's bad. So in this case, you notice that most people take resupply backpack, correct? They do that because waiting for a resupply to pop up that only one person calls down, and most time folks don't play together. Your teammates are not really playing holding hands unless you're playing with a full stack you play with all the time. You play with randoms, they're usually doing their own thing. So usually what happens is one person calls on resupply because they need it, and the rest of the team has nothing. So if that's the case, they take a resupply backpack, which isn't very fun to take. It's kind of lame that you need that. It's honestly rather bad game design that became so good. It's always been good, but it's better now. So this meant that you could communicate and say, okay, we have 2 teams of 2 split up. We can now both get resupplies and actually keep playing the game versus dying, getting respawned in Narnia, having to run back on purpose. Maybe some exploits are easier to fix than others. It's not about it being easy to fix. In this case, it's about wasting your time fixing something that only leads to the game being a bit worse as a result. Because realistically, what does this existing do? Having multiple hell bombs is actually kind of funny. Having multiple resupplies means you can actually keep playing the game. I think the reason they fixed it is because it takes away from their scuffed view of difficulty that they themselves, like, I think a big issue in this game isn't that the devs don't play the game, it's that they're not good enough to understand it. Yapathon, welcome. If the devs were better at the game, it would honestly help a lot. They don't have to be gods, but they don't understand, honestly, much of anything in their own game. It's called an exploit. Yo, Bubble, go look at movement in Apex Legends. Go look at the current movement in Apex Legends and let me know if that was an exploit or not before. Guess what? I'll save some time. In Apex Legends, they had movement called tap strafing that was viewed as an exploit by the devs for a long time. And now, it's a regular mechanic because the devs liked it. Exploits are only exploits based on interpretation by developers. If the devs like the exploit, it's a game mechanic. If they don't like it, it remains an exploit that should get removed. It's crazy. Like, another case of folks that don't play video games that want to try and blend in. Why is that happening? There's been a constant trend of people that are just clueless when it comes to video games that want to fit in so badly. I think that those people flock to Helldivers 2 something fierce. The same folks that try and say, well, the game is a little too easy right now. The game's always been easy, brother. You go in and you're doing objectives that are maybe slightly more difficult than this. This right here is almost as challenging as the objectives in Helldivers 2. So what do you mean the game's too easy now? It's been that way. Crazy. Like, think about it. Think about the objectives. Think about the side objectives. That's where difficulty should be improved upon. And then make it an actual horde shooter. But what the devs do is, the devs are doing this weird thing. They give you anti-tank weapons being buffed. They buffed a bunch of anti-tank weapons. Awesome, cool. Made weapons that weren't anti-tank, good against tanks and whatnot. Like chargers and all that good stuff. But against the bug side, you're facing tons of Alpha Commanders and Hive Guards that make most weapons feel terrible. On level 7, 8, 9, 10 difficulty, you can't just bring most weapons and have a good time. You basically bring the grenade launcher, or you're kind of going to sit there running away from the majority of monsters for the majority of the match. Do you enjoy the game? Not right now, no. But I used to. I think I go back to this a little bit, which I'm going to go ahead and find the tweet. Also, that reminds me, speaking of tweets, the Helldiver fan pages are ran by absolute clowns. God, I think I despise them. I'm not sure who they are, but they spread propaganda on a daily basis. Here. I want you guys to guess, when did I start not liking the game that much? Which I've had my time where I enjoyed the game, I dislike the game, like it fluctuates. But think about when the last time it was I truly loved Helldivers 2. Just like guess. Like guess which patch. Patch, like the very first patch or second patch, whatever the case may be. We'll go ahead and find the tweet. Wait. Peep the breakfast. I don't tweet much, so it should be pretty easy to find. Alright, I'm pretty sure I have nothing NSFW. Actually, no, I know I don't. 8 months ago? Oh, okay. So this is... I guess we'll go with this first, but this is not the tweet I'm looking for. What's going on with Helldivers 2? Turns out nerfing meta to please the masses when nothing has ever been objectively overpowered was a silly thing to do. All that's happened is weapon variety has been made worse while enemies were buffed basically every patch. All I'm going to say is that this line right here, this has continued to happen. Hello? I love it here. This right here has happened basically every other patch at least. Whining Club? Brother, it's called Critical Thought. You can't find it here though because you're just clueless. Where's the cheese with the eggs? I'm lactose intolerant, bro. Am I still looking for it? Okay, I am. Wait. Holy shit. Modifiers in video games are objectively bad 99% of the time. Helldivers 2 is not an exception, and the current modifiers do the opposite of what the devs seem to want from us. Use more stratagems. Does a soy drinker? No. I drink Fairlife milk. Helldivers already have... wait. Listen, I like this because cosplay is cool, okay? Maybe I do tweet a little bit more than I thought. Still not that much, but Jesus. Oh my god. Do you remember? Her accent's godlike. Easy top 5. Whoa, dude. What the Pause. Okay. This was around the time that I think I started to dislike the game a lot. Set an internal... So, Helldivers 2 developers is asking the community for ideas to help with the problem of hosts kicking teammates who don't equip meta loadouts. This was the Trojan horse right here. Guys, I'm getting kicked because I'm not taking a meta loadout. You're probably getting kicked because you fucking suck. It happens. I've been kicked from the game way back when because I sucked. Maybe even recently too. It happens. No, guys, it's my meta loadout. Did they say that? No, guys, I just assume. The amount of folks that got kicked for not having meta loadouts had to have been just the smallest percentage possible. Doe caught freaking live. Dude, she has a cool accent. Why can't you say that? Because realistically, she is... what's the word? She's way too hardworking for me. I'd feel way too emasculated, brother. Ain't no way. So then I said, set an internal kick limit, which honestly, the way they solved this was genius. But this right here is what really caused, I think, not the downfall of the game, but it played a role in the downfall of enjoyment. Ooh, and here's another thing. Here's another thing. Piles said some... Piles lied here. He said, for real though, the railgun in unsafe mode didn't change the capabilities of it as it should. The AP it has was insanely tweaked and now goes from good to goat. But it did change. Rogan went from 10 shots to Bile Titan head to 20 shots, so it actually became 10 times or twice as worse. Where the fuck is the tweet, brother? Oh, I found it. I found it. Helldivers 2 is the best game I've ever played. Game itself keeps me coming back to learn something new and improve or have a great time playing with whoever I might bump into. CEO is immensely based, and I respect their view on games and open communication. It's a game for gamers. March 4th. Okay? March 4th. March 7th. All the stealth changes or bugs that nerfed / buff random wet things has absolutely ruined Helldivers 2 at the moment. AI of enemies is cracked out. We're taking more damage after the armor fix. Rogan nerf makes no sense and probably only happened because of the PS5 buff, letting us two-shot Bile Titans. Fix that bug and Rogan takes at least 6+ shots to kill Bile Titan on unsafe pre-patch. After patch, it took 20. So for anyone saying that he's just a grifter, he hates the game, he just wants to make rage bait content. No, I want games to be good, and I'm so sick of the most goofy changes being the things that ruin games. It is so tiring. Constantly. I have to deal with it in the majority of games I play. I sit there, I get invested into a game. I put 1,000 hours in Helldivers 2. For what? For the devs to be clueless on how to make a game fun and engaging. It should not be rocket science. I am just a person that plays video games. They are the ones being paid to make a video game. Make it make sense. I have talked about so many changes the game has ended up making as just a random guy that plays a video game. And these changes were received well by players. How is it that I, one person, have thought about so many things that the game's doing wrong and they can improve and they do change and it does improve, but they have a whole fucking team and they can't figure it out? That is frustrating. So frustrating. So this is okay. Words are hard. This is proof though. I gave praise in a place that I get no freaking, there's no interaction for me on Twitter. 8 likes, which is actually pretty good. Banger tweet for me. But I made that because I wanted to say the game's doing good. I wanted to put that out into the world that I enjoyed this. And 3 days later, they ruined it. JB, find some friends, dog. And I believe the player base who sit there and excuse every little thing are a major problem, if not the cause, for why Helldivers 2 does not feel as fun as it should. If you go back to when the game first launched, if people just had any common sense, if they actually thought when they played the video game, they should have recognized how the game feels different. If you want to see what it looks like, watch videos before the first patch. You will see just how different the AI moves, how less accurate the automatons were. You'll see so much of a different view of the game than we have right now. So instead, all that's happening is the devs are essentially taking duct tape from one place they already patched up, removing it, and placing it somewhere else. Instead of just adding duct tape to the already broken stuff, they're just taking it from somewhere else and moving it somewhere else. They break something to fix something. It is so aggravating. And what really cracks me up is, you know when they fixed the railgun buff, the railgun issue where you could two-shot Bile Titans and whatnot? They fixed that, but they nerfed the railgun to try and fix that problem, which didn't fix it. You could still do it for like another month. And when they actually fixed the bug that let you two-shot Bile Titans indefinitely, they put it at the bottom of the patch notes, essentially. Don't you think they should put that in a better place to read so folks should actually have an idea of what's happening? No, they didn't do that. I don't understand what's going on. You want aggravating? I just started playing Street Fighter and haven't won a match yet. Fighting games are for the birds, dog. I can't do it. And all the while, like, people call me a complainer and shit, but dog, I've tried my best to get my point across to the devs and actually show them what's going on. Again, on Twitter, a place where it's more direct. Someone recently asked me, like, hey, Doe, will you continue to make content for Helldivers 2? If I'm compelled, because recently I haven't even made videos complaining, which is not a good sign for my interest. Because the only reason I make videos complaining in the first place is because I want the game to improve. But honestly, I don't think I'm losing the ability to care at this point. It's been a long time. Like, caring for what? Wait, you can't throw sieve shells anymore? Where's that at? Fix an issue where switching into holding a grenade and picking up an artillery shell at the same time caused artillery shell to become stuck in the hands of Helldivers. It's not that. You're the one voice that pushes the right thing? For what, though? What's the point in being the voice that pushes the right thing when time passes and folks can't even recognize that I was fucking right? Like, that sucks. There are tons of videos of me talking about an issue, and then that very thing gets fixed, and then later on, folks are like, they're essentially trying to say that I don't know what I'm talking about, when I've essentially only known what I'm talking about. Like the past, I've been right about so many things in the past 6 months. And the community still just goes, oh, well, Doe, he just likes to complain. You know, he's just that, he's that old heckler. It's like my guy. Go watch a video of mine. When they added the absolute doofus level rocket striders to the game, I knew Airhead still wasn't learning to fix their game design. There's still something about just flipping switches. The rocket striders are cool. They just have a massive freaking blast radius that makes them awful to play against. Like, I like killing striders. Them having rockets is kind of cool. And honestly, if the rockets didn't have a massive blast radius, it wouldn't be as bad. But they do, so it is. Also, Pete, thanks for 10, brother. Working game design? For what? I can't click this, I'll get banned for doxing. The stars are a lazy upgrade. They kind of are. Like, if you remove rocket striders, I don't think the game becomes any worse. That's the funny part. But the same thing goes for the alpha commanders. So here's the thing. Let's look at the new mobs that were added, and like, let's think about how much more fun the game is as a byproduct. So, is the game more fun? We'll go into Photoshop for this. Okay. Da. Do you think the newer one will be mid? At this point, I just don't even. I'll play it. I'll see what's happening, but I have no faith at all. Also, Lord Beerus, thanks for the 5. I think the sidearm could be kind of cool. The armor is neat, but my thing with the armor, which is a whole different topic, I don't appreciate that they have issues in the game, and their idea to solve them is giving us armor. Okay, players have a problem with flinch. What can we do? I know. Give them a war bond that gives them one single perk, and that perk will be the solution to their problem. Maybe. Because in the previous iterations of the game, we have gotten that we've had that happen, but it doesn't actually solve anything. Well, we have flame resistant armor. Okay, cool. I'm still on fire. I'm still getting hit by my own flames, and I have to stim anyway because I get freaking 2-shot regardless. Cool. That didn't solve a single thing. That didn't solve a single problem. I'm passing up my other perks for one perk that doesn't do a good job. If anything, make it so it's like actually flame immune. We have poison armor that doesn't need to exist because now when you poison something, the enemies can still swing on you. They just swing blindly. So if you're in the poison, you're probably going to die regardless. Arc armor. Okay, but you get ragdolled into a death stun, into a like death chain by the arc tower now because it attacks so fast. And even before, it still did like a third of your HP in a single hit. These are not solutions. This complaint I have right now is every weapon that's light pin feels like a punishment to use right now. True. ADV thanks for 10. I agree entirely. If a gun isn't medium pin, I don't see a point in using it. In fact, I don't use them. The only guns I use versus the automatons is the Purifier, maybe the Dominator, but mostly Purifier now. Against the bugs, I just use the crossbow. Maybe the Torture, but Torture is Torture. That's it. That is directly because of their horrendous primary weapon balancing. Since most primary weapons are ceremonial weapons, meme guns that are for fun and challenge, guys, so just get good. Anyway. Okay. So, I'm going to go ahead and add these monsters. You know what? No, I'm not. I'm going to go ahead and write this out. Okay, I'm not good at drawing in Photoshop, but here we go. So, new mobs. Alpha. We'll do AC. The Alpha Commander. Has this made the game more fun or less fun after it being added to the bug front? I'm going to say a solid less fun. Then we have the Rocket Strider. Oh my god, that's supposed to be an R. I actually like this, but the majority of folks don't, so I'll say the game's been less fun because of it. Not to mention, the Rocket Strider has absolutely destroyed runs of mine because it just shot... It pre-fired me before they did the update where they reduced the automaton's wall hacks. And I just died. Like, it pre-fired me, ragdolled me, hit my head, I died. Awful experience. And in general, it's not really a good upgrade, so I'm going to say it's a worse thing to be added to the game. Then we have Barrager Tank. We'll do BT. What do you understand? The criticism he provides is to the extreme. He needs to take a chill pill. Some things are fine as they are, and some things do not need change. I thought that was like a spam chain. It's just one dude. Hold that time out for me. All right, Barrager Tank. Obviously, it's an amazing addition. Folks love it. It's fantastic. No. The reason why this is bad is because there's no meaningful weak spot. Even after the update they just pushed that makes it so you can break the bottom of the tank with most weapons, it will shoot you. Not to mention, it goes inside of itself, doing some freaking self-fellatio, and it can rocket you that way too. So because of its buggy interactions, it's not a good addition, and because it didn't have a meaningful weak point at the beginning of the update, it's just not good. This is a issue of, and I also don't like the ability for it to shoot you in the air. I think it's kind of dumb. We already have mortar emplacement. I think that the Biospears are a terrible addition to the game on the bug front. That's like an OG thing, but still, because they can shoot you without actually seeing you. This is the same way. You can get hit without seeing you, and the blast radius is massive. So I strongly dislike Barrager Tank. Yeah, like not a fan at all. We'll go ahead and put Charger Behemoth in this list. Charger Behemoth. One of the most garbage decisions imaginable. That sounds harsh. I do not care. I'm only putting 2 X's. This was such a goofy thing to do, because people already assumed Charger Behemoth was a tankier version of the Charger. They did not have to make it tankier. That was silly. That was a bit of a cornball move. So they make it tankier, and it puts balance on its back. It flips everything upside down. We go full-on Aussie with it, and nothing makes sense anymore. The game ceases to make sense. Even now, it doesn't make any sense. It takes more shots to kill a Charger Behemoth than a Battle Titan with the railgun. Why? And recently, when you expose the limb on a Charger Behemoth, or Impaler, they're twice as tanky. Which I think I saw a video, I made a video a long time ago talking about that. And I said, before they actually made this change, I said, I'm glad the devs didn't take away the ability to shoot the leg. Or maybe they said that, something like that. And in a recent patch, they buffed it. I'm not sure if it was on purpose or not. But overall, they essentially just made killing Charger Behemoths feel terrible. It takes you freaking 15 or 20 shots from an Arc Thor to kill a Charger Behemoth. It takes you 6 on a charger. Like, what the... It's not engaging gameplay at all. They took the Space Marine 2 route with this, and it only led to a less enjoyable time. If you want to know exactly what that feels like, go play Space Marine 2, go up in difficulty, and let me know how fun it is to try and kill a freaking Majora's enemy with the multi-melta on, let's say, lethal difficulty or ruthless difficulty. It's not very fun. They freaking eat the multi-melta bullets for breakfast, or shots, whatever. It sucks. This is the same development idea, but for Charger Behemoth. Make it tankier. It's basically a charger, just make it tankier. That's not good. So far, we have Alpha Commander, Rocket Strider, Barrage Tank, and Charger Behemoth changes that are not good. Off to a fantastic start, dude. They're really making difficulty meaningful, guys. Let's go. What else? What else do they add to the game, enemy-wise? Oh, Impalers. Call them Imp. When they first launched, they were bad. If we're going off of right now, I think they're in a pretty decent spot. You could say they're a little too weak because they can get destroyed by primaries on the bald spot, the smooth brain gaming spot. So I'm going to say Impaler's cool. Oh, Spore Charger. 4. I'm going to say Spore Charger would be a good addition, but they made us blind more often. So when you make us blind more often, and you add a monster that makes us blind, I'm sick of being blind. I don't want to be playing the game like Stevie Wonder. I don't enjoy that. You made sandstorms. Why? You just added the Spore Charger, and then you add sandstorms? It's lame as all get out. And I do think that Spore Chargers are they're jank in the sense that they seem tankier than a regular charger. Not placebo. I think that they just have weird deflections. Maybe. Maybe not. I think it's cool that they blow up on you when they're close, though. I like that aspect. I just don't like being blind. If it wasn't for the constant lack of visibility in the game, I would give Spore Chargers a check mark. But because I'm blind, no. So, out of the 6 new enemies, only 1 is good, and that new enemy is good now. Before it was pretty bad. Also, just so people are aware, like folks saying that Constitution's a challenge gun, do we not think that the Senator's a challenge gun? Like, if you played a mission using only Senator, would that not be challenging? I feel like it would be. So, why couldn't we just give the Constitution heavy pin like the Senator has and call it a day? It would still be a challenge weapon, but now you can just do more things and have more fun. That's what I don't understand. Not to mention, the Constitution doesn't even have a freaking a strip clip or a stripper clip, so you don't get a fast reload. But that's the part that drives me insane about Helldivers players, the player base that doesn't think for themselves, is they defend things thoughtlessly. They just say things to say things. It's a challenge gun, guy. Brother, we already have challenge guns. You can make the game as challenging as you want to. In fact, this is still more challenge. No, it's actually not. The Constitution's so bad. This is actually probably the worst gun in the game right now. But it could still be like one of the worst guns in the game, but it could be more fun. Dough oil up. I'll be there in 5. Yo, pause. Pause. The things are too. It's a meme gun. The only meme about Constitution is the fact... Okay, the only meme about Constitution is the folks that defend it. At this point, that's the only meme. Because all this is the devs being... I'm going to say lazy. Because I'm pretty sure the folks that data mined it had this data mined info a long, long time ago. And the info showed that this was actually better than the Illusion's Counter Sniper before it got buffed. Or the DCS even. So to say it's a meme weapon is kind of funny. Instead, it's just the devs being lazy and the player base being clueless. A combination that we've seen time and time again. But hey, it's a challenge weapon. I don't mind the model of the gun. Like, the model of the gun's actually kind of cool. It reminds me of the gun from the finals, actually. Like, I'm pretty sure it's the same model from Helldivers 1. Like, that part, I don't mind at all. Like, that's not a big deal to me whatsoever. The thing I take issue with is making a bad gun, not even trying to do it on purpose, because it was a bad gun, but it was still better than the DCS in terms of damage output. But you hide behind the player base, making up an excuse for you now. Odo is a super serious milsim. A 30-6 round isn't supposed to damage. Gun old, also it's a meme in my super serious milsim game. That's what I was getting at. So before I was trying to say that the player base will sit there and contradict themselves if you give them enough time. The same people that were saying that, well, realistically, things supposed to work like this, so it's fine. You guys just have to get good. And now that we're saying that realistically this shit makes no damn sense, they're saying it's a meme gun, guys. Let's look at what's supposed to be. Let's look at the random excuse we have for why it's supposed to be bad. That reminds me of whenever the HMG had its sight misaligned and folks kept saying it's height over bore, it's height over bore. It's like, no, you blind bats. The red dot is up here. It's supposed to be down here. Like, so many folks are saying that. And then when you point that out, the red dot's misaligned, they'd say, well, it's like that because you're supposed to hit long range targets or some dumb like, just nonsense. I think I might be getting gray hair because of how clueless the player base for this game is. Never liked weapons being fodder because you might as well remove the guns entirely since no one's going to use it. That's the thing too, is eventually folks will stop using this. The second that people stop talking about it, folks will stop using it. But right now, you have people that are doing it because it is a hot topic. It's like, hey guys, look at me playing the Constitution and doing stuff. Look at me. I really hope the devs do add the ability to see how many kills came from what. Because at the moment, I'm sick of seeing people post kill cap recaps on a mission, and then in reality, like, they get, like, let's say 400 kills. Reality check, they maybe got 40 kills with the Constitution, and they got freaking 300 with a freaking orbital napalm barrage. I want to see where your kills came from, because that is a major driver of cope in this game, is beating a mission using a weapon as if the weapon did anything, and getting high kills with a weapon, even though folks don't use that primary weapon. Look at my content, for instance. I've done a lot of videos using weapons that I didn't actually use that much. At all, even. And I can sit there, and if I wanted to, I could say, this weapon's broken, guys. I just cleared Helldive, Super Helldive. But reality, I barely used the weapon. It wasn't a factor in me beating Helldive whatsoever. Everyone wants the Illuminate to drop. Don't look forward to it. The dweebs, I mean devs, will break the entire game for 2 months at the least if they add a whole new faction. That's a pretty good chance of happening. And the Illuminate have me worried because they're going to be a faction that will likely be annoying to play against. In Helldivers 1, they had mind confusion that made your inputs not go where you're supposed to go. They could block you off with walls. They're going to be a really annoying faction for a lot of people, I think. Also, Pete, thanks for 10, dude. What would you do to make the ARs better? They need more ammo. More ammo, more damage. It's either more ammo, more damage, a combination of the two, or you focus entirely on one. Like, you just give it a ton more ammo, so you're not reloading all the time. But honestly, I think that we should just have the honest conversation that if you're using an AR and you're facing a bunch of bugs, a bunch of bots, don't you think it'd be smart for the people that, I guess, employ you as, in this case, infantry, to give you weapons that have ammunition, that have a big magazine, so you can keep shooting your gun? I think it'd be pretty smart. Drum mags for every single weapon. Because if I'm going to a hunter planet where I'm getting swarmed by essentially 1,000+ monsters, I don't want to have a 30-round magazine. At minimum, I want 50. Got some devs watching the stream? Hopefully not. I want to speak my piece. I want to be upset. Because I want to say things. I want to be upset, but I don't want the devs to really see me being upset. Not that not for any other reason than I'm not here to hurt their feelings. I'm just annoyed. Back in Dauntless, actually, the CEO told me that the videos I made had some of the devs think about quitting the game, which I don't want that to happen. And I felt really bad that was the case. I care a lot, and I feel like what I'm seeing is I can't tell if it's malice, bro. I can't. So when I think that changes are being made to a game from a malicious viewpoint, I'm gonna get a little upset. I'm gonna get a little annoyed. Anybody care about the Constitution? Folks will say they do, but just wait 2 weeks. Just wait 2 weeks and you'll see very few people using the Constitution. You'll see like one guy, and that one guy will have it equipped, but he won't actually use it that much. What, thin-skinned devs? Well, yeah, maybe. I wouldn't say I was that mean in Dauntless. I was more harsh than I am now. That's the funny part. Like, these days, I'm not that harsh. What do you mean by malicious? I feel like there's almost a power trip happening where the devs want to make the game seem more challenging than it actually is, or they want to make it more challenging, and to accomplish that, they will ignore the enjoyment factor at almost all costs, which I think is a bit malicious. It's like, oh, you guys are having fun playing my game? You're having a good time? It's easy for you? Okay, how about we make the AI go for more headshots? We make it so headshots hurt harder. Make it so the enemy is more accurate. Make it so the enemy swarms you in weird ways. That all happened on the very first update. Seems a bit malicious to me. Seems a little heavy-handed, a little weird, if you ask me. And after that first update is when I really started to dislike the game a lot. I still cared for it, and I pretty much have cared up until like the last 2 weeks. I just have a hard time logging in. Because it reminds me of Dauntless now. I'm legitimately going through the same phase I went through with Dauntless, where I spent years actually, giving feedback, trying to improve the game through my feedback, and things didn't actually change. In this case, things are changing at a better pace, but they're still making the same mistakes. I don't like that, man. But what is that word?
Plurality.
The plurality. What the fuck? Okay, that word's banned. We're not using that word anymore. I don't even using context clues, I'm not sure how to use that word in a sentence. Haven't the recent events been course correcting? Not really, because the recent events have just made it so, like, they buffed a bunch of stuff, but then they made it so those buffs weren't that effective against the things they then made stronger as well. You buffed anti-tank weapons, and you made it so weapons were good against the heavies and elites, but then you make it so people are facing almost essentially nothing but hive guards and alpha commanders on bug missions. That makes no damn sense. Hey guys, use these weapons that are now fantastic against the Chargers, Bile Titans, and Palers. But just don't be aware of the fact that you'll be facing a grip of alpha commanders and hive guards, which these weapons can kill, but not good enough to be worth taking. That's what it felt like happened. And that happened, was that like the most recent patch? Like the most recent like big patch, the end of the 60-day mark? So the issue now is that we don't have good chaff clearing weapons that aren't just grenade launcher. And it comes down to taking the same weapons every single freaking mission. It's so lame. And not because you have to take it to win, but you take it because it gives you the best chance of playing the video game. All I'm looking for in Helldivers 2 is to have more loadouts. Let me play the video game more often. The reason why folks took Railgun way back when is because it could handle Chargers, Bile Titans, and a whole bunch of other stuff. You could actually play the video game. You wouldn't have to stop playing the video game. Right now, if you play versus the bugs, you take Grenade Launcher. It's good against Alpha Commanders, Hive Guards, Bile Spears, Nursing Spears. It's decent against Chargers. It's good against Impalers. It can even handle Hunters. It does everything you want to do. I would not take the Heavy Machine Gun. They also nerfed it. But I wouldn't take it. I wouldn't take Stalwart. I wouldn't take Machine Gun. I wouldn't take a bunch of the other chaff-clearing weapons because why? I wouldn't really want to take a recoilless rifle because there's not going to be that many Bile Titans that spawn in the first place. There won't be that many Chargers that spawn or Impalers that spawn 9 times out of 10. So why take an anti-tank weapon when there won't be that many anti-tanks to shoot in the first place? It just don't make any damn sense. Instead, you'll be facing more often than not a Hive Guard or Alpha Commander Seed, and if you take an anti-tank weapon to those seeds, you'll be asleep. You'll be in absolute slumber. So if they want to do what they're doing right now, they should definitely show the player what a seed holds. Let me know if I'm facing a certain seed. Let me know if it's going to be a Hunter seed or not. Let me build for the mission. Because they've been talking about, or they wanted players to have the whole, okay, we have an anti-tank player, we have a chaff clearing player, and so on and so forth. Just show everyone what we're facing, let them choose what they want to choose, and move on from there. I still don't understand how they dropped the Orbital Napalm Barrage, by the way, when they're so against things being powerful, but they let that thing loose. Like, I'm actually wickedly confused on that front, to a point that I'm not even sure. I don't understand. I don't get that. A sample gatherer player. Honestly, I really do miss the old missions. I miss the freaking, what was it called? Retrieve Essential Personnel mission so much. My soda got cold. I'm grabbing a 7-Up. A cold one. Off topic, but playing Terraria has been raining for 3 days in game. That's very off topic. Hope it clears up or something. Maybe they were screwing it up and Napalm made everyone happy for once. But my thing is, they gave us a brain dead, broken stratagem that's not even fun to use. It's fun to look at, but it's not fun to use. Because they also gave it to us after a period of time where folks were using nothing but 500 kg and P-Strike to kill Titans. Because at that time, you had so many Charger Behemoths that it wasn't really good to bring anti-tank weapons. They just nerfed Flamethrower, so that wasn't good either. And it just became the best bet to take a 500 kg, a P-Strike, and you kill all the anti-tank with that. And after that time period, they drop another orbital that kills everything for you too. Kind of whack. I think all enemies should have at least one weak spot that is a light armor pin. Honestly, just make all guns medium pin. Or give an upgrade path to medium pin for weapons. And that way you wouldn't have to do that. Either or could maybe work. Also, Pete, thanks for 5. Thanks for yet another 5. Revert the HMG stealth nerf. They gotta figure that out. I don't understand the HMG stealth nerf. The HMG is a weapon that the majority of players I would hope the majority of players can recognize isn't good. It's kind of cool, but not good. So to nerf a weapon that I would consider bad to being worse than bad is crazy. But don't worry, guys, it got 25 more rounds. 25 more rounds doesn't even hold, it doesn't do anything. It doesn't actually change much of, it doesn't change the enjoyment for the majority of players. Did the eliminate bots and bugs missions change also? The spawn seems like it just swarm chaos. Before I swear it was waves before, now it's just nonstop. It did change, and I freaking love it. The new bot mission for Raise the Flag is my favorite mission in the entire game. It's the only mission on max difficulty in a 4-man that's challenging. Like, people... Hey, if people want to talk about difficulty, that is difficulty I can get behind. Because there's still ways to beat it. And if you take... And honestly, you can beat it easily using certain loadouts, but you can also make it challenging using others. So you have options to make it fun for whoever wants to really be involved. Four-man? Oh my god. Sophia's a man. For the 4 team. They keep balancing the machine guns around the stalwart. That's another thing. So, I think the reason why so many guns are bad in this game is because they balance around the Liberator. I can almost guarantee you that Liberator is their baseline for a good primary weapon. But it's one of the worst primary weapons in the entire game. So to balance around this, release weapons, primaries, and then be curious as to why players don't like them is a hilarious endeavor. It's a horrible cycle. Like, we have a gun that no one likes to use because it's bad. We balance around this gun that no one uses because it's bad. And then we have people that are wondering why folks say all new weapons are bad. What's going on, guys? We can't figure out what's going on. We gotta find the problem. It's right here, guys. I found it. Fix this. Either change your baseline or buff your baseline. You got 2 options. It would be kind of cool. So, in games that people love to log into and play a lot, and in this case, Helldivers 2 gets people to log in for just MOs, which I don't even really do. Sorry if that's news to folks. If they had a gunsmith, if they had a way to upgrade weapons, like folks are suggesting, that'd be awesome. Because progression like that, it just rewards the player for playing the game. Big fan. That's one of the things that Call of Duty Zombies, Black Ops 6 Zombies did that is amazing. If you guys played Space Marine 2, you'll know that that game has terrible... It's like... Why can't I speak? I can't breathe, that's why. What I miss? I can't talk. Okay. So, Space Marine 2 has horrible progression. There's no argument there. At least there shouldn't be. Really bad progression, pretty lame. The payoff is not good. Black Ops 6 Zombies has pretty good progression. Not life-changing, but pretty good. It feels rewarding. It feels nice. If Space Marine 2 had the progression that you have in Black Ops 6, it would be a very fun game. Very fun indeed. Instead, in Space Marine 2, you just upgrade your weapons to have a little bit more damage, and it's pretty freaking lame. Oddly enough, I think that actually would work in Helldivers 2. If you could just upgrade weapons to have maybe medium pin, to have more magazine capacity, so on and so forth, it'd be enough to make certain guns feel fun to use. Because Helldivers 2 has this cool thing, which is all these weak spots on enemies. And you have all these weapons to shoot, but because so many weapons are bad, it leaves a lot to be desired in terms of variety, since we don't have much. At least not much meaningful variety. So giving us progression that we can pursue to increase our weapons capabilities, even in small ways, well, hopefully like you get some pretty big magazines. But if you could just increase a weapon's effectiveness through progression trees, gunsmiths, what have you, that opens up the door for a lot more meaningful options. Meaningful choice, rather. So, that'd be cool. I think they're actually working on that system. I do believe that at the moment it'd be wise if they made guns good now, though. But hey, oh well. 2 years from now, they might finally get it, like Helldivers 1. At this point, I'm just looking for a new game to come out. Like, I don't have any harmful wishes for this game. I don't want it to fail or nothing. I just definitely want to play something else. Because I feel that the stuff I want this game to do will just take a long time to be done. So I need stuff to do in the meantime. Especially a content creator. At this point, I gotta become a goddamn fitness content creator or something. I gotta figure something out. Because gaming-wise, I'm not a Call of Duty enthusiast. I kind of like zombies, but I'm not gonna play it that much because I'm just gonna get bored. I'm waiting for Monster Hunter Wilds. I'll probably go crazy in that game, hopefully. Like, aside from that, I'm not sure what to play, dude. It's going to be both good for content and just fun to play for a long time. Play some Baldur's Gate 3. That sounds... like, not that the game wouldn't be fun, but I just don't know how that would translate to views. Do I like beans? I would say I do, but I haven't had beans in a long time, so I don't like them enough to make them myself. So maybe not. I like potatoes a lot. Stalker 2 is coming out. Stalker 2 is coming out on November 20th. Maybe we'll just hop between all the new releases. Make a video on it. Deep Rock Galactic. Not great for views. Oh, I'm playing the beta. Yeah, I'm playing Monster Wilds beta on the 31st. That's right. Isn't it the same day we get the Helldivers 2 update too? Multiplayer only? I'm looking for games that I think translate well to content that are also fun to play. Because I have two things I gotta satisfy. Will folks watch the video? And will I like the game? Those two things. It's a tough thing to sort of... it's tough to satisfy both those things. You're stuck with Ragdoll Divers? But I'm not. Because it's to the point that I'm sitting here, I don't want to do a mission. That's the weird part. I'm logged in. I do not want to play a mission out. That's not good. That's like a bad feeling to have. Now, if this game ever adds new content, I think it's fun. It's like fun to see how things perform. This thing pissed me off. If it was heavy pin, it'd just be fun to shoot. I can't get over that. What a fumble. How do you give heavy pin to Senator? 6 shots. You load each shot 1 by 1 unless you're out of rounds, and then you have a speed loader. 200 damage. And then you drop this, and there's no heavy pin. That is just... that makes no damn sense. Easiest layup ever seen, honestly. Because then you'd have folks talking about how, yo, the Constitution can kill Hulks in the front. We have a primary weapon that can kill Hulks in the front. That's awesome. It wouldn't be that good, but it can do it. And guess what? In this game, if a weapon can do something, the player base goes crazy and thinks it's overpowered and crazy and amazing in every single way. And for this instance, that'd be okay. It'd just be a fun thing. But no, medium pin, and it has a bayonet. I think there was an article that came out from PC Rant or PC Gamer, and they were like, Helldivers 2 releases a... I'll find it for you. PC Gamer Constitution. Ah, here it is. PC Gamer, you absolute Muppets. They don't play games. Helldivers 2 gave players a deliberately awful, crusty rifle from 1903, but they love it because they can bayonet charge bugs like Sci-Fi Waterloo. Chat, correct me if I'm wrong, but can you bayonet charge with the Constitution? Because I don't think you can. So, a little interesting that that's the case. And it's even funnier because, like I mentioned earlier, the Helldivers 2 like repost channels on Twitter or X, I despise them with a passion. I'm not sure who runs them. It's got to be some Krispy Kreme divers, and that much is a fact. Ah, here it is. You can't bayonet charge. PC Gamer has a lot in common with the Krispy Kreme divers. Both have no idea what's going on in the game. Yeah. Freaking pitiful. But that's what we're dealing with, folks. People that don't play the game, and a whole lot of excuses for every little thing. Because, wait, imagine that. Yo. How are players defending the devs giving us a awful weapon, and they're celebrating that? That's a celebration at this point. How many likes that? Wait. How many likes that post have? After 63 days, over 2 months of trying to fix weapons that are bad, they give us a bad weapon and players are okay with it? Opening Twitter is ballsy on my end. Oh my gosh. $14,000 likes. Also, fuck this dude. You can't put credit. You can't put credit in the freaking actual post. Gotta put it in the comments. Man, fuck you, dog. Report his bitch ass. I would. But is that not... That's insane, no? 6 months or 7 months of the devs making rather bad decisions, giving us time... For 6 to 7 months, the devs gave us weapons that were almost... I can't speak. It's so bad. All right, this is like take 3. For 6 to 7 months, the devs gave us weapons that were consistently bad. Not all the time, but pretty often weapons that folks weren't really going to have fun with in the long run. And then they spent 2 months, 63 days, trying to fix that issue and make more weapons more fun to use. That was the whole goal, is making the game more fun to play. After those 2 months passed, they drop a weapon that was intentionally meant to be bad, and the players are defending it. Meanwhile, we still have the majority of primary weapons that fit in the category of ceremonial weapon, meme weapon, challenge gun. Why are people defending the addition of another ceremonial weapon, challenge gun, a bad gun in the game? These people do not deserve a good game because they cannot think critically. That's where I'm at, brother. If you can't think critically and you're always trying to give your opinions on things, I don't think you deserve to have a fun game to play because you're actively fighting against fun with your horrible view on the game. Some are defending it, some aren't. There's a lot of folks defending it. Like, a lot of people. 14,000 likes. The only thing it's missing. Best melee, most accurate weapon, highest bullet velocity, iron sights, low tech, and simple. Correct. I just need a trench whistle emote so I can go full World War I on stuff. That's the first time PC Gamer has got anything right in a very long time. This game's legit one of the most fun things in the game right now. I'm so happy they added it. Though a stripper clip, like with a revolver, would be nice. What? They're going Space Marine 2 on me, bro. That's wild. I mean, it's a lot of folks that defend it. Essentially, though, what I said is still true to this day, except it's ping-ponging. It went from being Glazers. It went from Glazers turned haters to haters turned Glazers again. It's a cycle. The Krispy Kreme divers cannot be thwarted. And all it takes for them to change their mind is the devs to give us a couple of good changes. Not viable, now it's ceremonial. I was going to make a tier list today, but I was like, you know what? I'll wait until the new Warbond comes out to make my ceremonial tier list. I'm debating on making a tier list that goes over every support weapon and primary combined, or just primaries and then just support weapons. I'll think about that. I'll do a YouTube poll later, like on like my actual community post thing. Your thoughts on RTS games? They're not for me. They're kind of cool. Actually, I like tower defense games, and I don't think those are called... Are those RTSs? How is it possible that bolt action gun like the Constitution does less damage than the counter sniper? Well, the thing is, it did more damage before they released it. Or it did more damage than the counter dozen sniper, but the DCS got buffed. And that's now why this thing does less damage. A subcategory of RTS. No micro equals not RTS. Well, there's tower games you can do micromanagement. Like if the mission's playing out, you can add things as it's playing out. If that's what you mean. DCS stands for counter dozen snipers, these two guns. So what I heard is that this weapon right here, Constitution, was in the game files for a while. And this was before the DCS got buffed. Before DCS did like, I think 170 damage or 175, something like that. And I'm pretty sure that Constitution did more than that. It's 180. So then they buffed the DCS, and now it does a little bit more in Constitution. But if it came out in that state, this would have been stronger than the DCS, and the whole "it's a meme gun" would be null and void. It was 140 damage. Bro, all the folks saying that the Constitution's a meme gun are so freaking smart. Oh, I love it, dude. They're so intelligent, handsome. They have amazing jobs. Life's just going so good for them. Gosh, I wish nothing but the best for these people. The DCS did 140? Are you sure? Oh, wait, I think you're right. The DCS did 140. I think that the Diligence did like 120 something, 118. But is that not crazy, though? But when this gun was added, it did more damage than the DCS. So it would have been like the strongest marksman rifle. Oh yeah, Diligence did like not... Yeah, you're right. But then they just so happened to buff the DCS, and now it is a meme gun. Even though the Constitution was in the game files way before they ever buffed DCS. What leaks here? I'm gonna say no. I don't know. I'm like leaning towards yes now because I don't care. Like when I want to play a game a lot, I don't like seeing leaks that much. When I don't play it that much, I'm like, okay, leaks make sense because now I'll see what's happening, I guess, in the future. I can like try and get hyped again. What leaks? What if new players got the Constitution over the Liberator at the start? Do you think they would keep playing? No. I don't think they would. I mean, I think the Liberator sucks too. So like it's like kind of a hard question to answer. I feel like I'd rather have a Liberator than a Constitution. Especially early on. It is kind of sad though, because Constitution, like Chase is saying, it would have added a lot of variety that's fun. You have a bayonet, awesome. Bolt action, I love bolt action guns. But they made it a meme gun because they're lazy. Nice. Because this category to me, so we have Diligence, DCS. These are both guns that I think are just worse than the Jar 5. The only thing they have going for them is that they got better handling. That's it. The Jar 5 is just infinitely stronger in every aspect. Durable damage, cracked. Damage output, cracked. It just handles like a freaking mule. It's the only issue. Yo, chat. Has anyone seen that conversation that Shaq had? Wait. Shaq? Kind of sounds similar. Y'all hear did y'all see Shaq on Angel Reese's podcast? Good stuff. Lots of Democracy Station stuff uploaded today. Maybe we'll get it after this MO. Oh. I'm personally super, like, I don't really care about the DCS station that much. If it's going to be what I think it's going to be, Wish the bayonet was more consistent. Otherwise, I think it's really fun to use. Yeah, it's cool. How much more damage does bayonet do versus regular melee? How do you feel about the future of IRL democracy? No comment. You high, buzzed, or just loopy tired? What? This is like me being normal. My hair looks weird because I went for a walk with after a shower. What do you think the DSS will be? I don't know. I've heard it's gonna be a thing that you go to and you vote and something happens, like woo. Was Angel Reese talking about Caitlin Clark constantly? I have no idea. I saw clips and essentially, so imagine, what do you think a guy would say to help improve ratings for a sport like basketball? What advice would a guy give to just increase ratings? It's a very simple answer, very straightforward answer, very common answer. Shaq gave that as a suggestion, essentially. Become better? Okay, well, that wasn't the answer. So that's one thing I heard that was kind of funny. And it cracked me up too, because if you look at volleyball, I'm pretty sure that in volleyball, or no, track and field, bro, they'd be wearing some outfits. The amount of clips you see on YouTube Shorts, or at least you used to see, was wild. Like, just scrolling by, it's like, hey, look at this sport and field thing. It's like, I know what you're doing with your thumbnail there, sir. And even the cameramen know what they're doing. So it's just funny. Because he said that, and then like on TikTok, the comments going, I can't believe Shaq would say that. I can't believe you've done this. I like the rifle, but it would be cool for a damage buff and a stripper clip faster load. Honestly, at this point, I just want to see them make good support weapons. Like, they can do whatever they want with primaries. I don't care. Just give me good support weapons, because those are what really drive engagement and like for views for channels, and they're also fun to use. When they dropped the Quasar cannon, it was sick. I watched pole vaulting for the articles. What? What are the articles? How much does the ragdolling on uneven surfaces change impact? I haven't tested. It's kind of hard to test, honestly, because you'll like try and dive into an uneven surface and you don't get ragdolled. Is there a tier list for, what do I call it? Tier maker. Helldivers 2 missions. No. I don't want to make one. There's mine. Helldivers 2 booster. Wait. Helldivers 2 mission types. Brew Commander, Essential Personnel. Where's the really good one at? ICBM, Airbase, TCS. It's actually pretty good. You're telling me they don't have the one I'm bruh. I'm looking for retrieve personnel. Oh, it's right there. I'm dumb as hell. Where's flag at? Oh, it's got everything. I'm gonna make Monster Wilds content this beta. I don't know if I'm gonna make content. I'm gonna probably try to make content, but I'll be covering Monster Hunter Wilds when it full releases, yeah. Folks used to say I read Playboy for the articles. Jesus Christ. That's pretty good now. It makes more sense. One thing that enrages me, unstable drop pods. They haven't fixed that yet, have they? Isn't that peculiar? They haven't fixed unstable drop pods, and they haven't fixed uneven terrain, or the ability for stratagems to be placed on any terrain, essentially. Yo, Pete, thanks for 2, though. Have you done anything for this patch? No, I haven't logged in. Today was leg day. Went to the gym. So I woke up at like 9. Had my pre-workout meal and whatnot. Went for like a little walk around the house, or walk around the neighborhood. Went to the gym about an hour after that. Hit legs. After legs, I had a 45-minute cardio sesh at the gym. Drove home. Talked to my mom for like an hour and a half. Then I made my breakfast. And I had to make my goulash too. Then I don't know what I did after that. I think it just like existed. Then I went for a walk around the neighborhood, 3-mile walk around the neighborhood, and I started a stream. Pretty uneventful day. Nothing significantly different in this patch. It was mainly a big bug fixes. Yeah, it was them fixing things that didn't need to be fixed. Rat. Okay, so we can't do ceremonial tier for this tier list, but we can do something here. Perfect. What kind of a glazed title is that? Perfect? Really? Even S tier's not perfect. Come on now. I think turbo makes sense. I feel like after a certain point, there's no real reason to have anything below C. Like D tier makes no sense to me. Because D is still failing. F is failing. Below C is failing. Done with spooky games? I think so. They removed stim contributing to stats at the end screen. They did. But Doodle. That's because it was an exploit, dude. That's the only reason. But Constitution being terrible, it's a meme. It's for fun. Yeah, that change right there pissed me off. I saw that change, and I thought to myself, there's no way they can try and defend Constitution by saying it's a meme gun or for fun when they just nerfed something that was entirely for fun. Arrowhead developer tier. Nah, can't do that. Zombies are spooky. I feel like my thing with zombies, man, I like it, but I'm kind of getting bored of doing the same thing. It's weird. I think I want more maps. Or I want more weapons that feel like they're good and worth using. Which apparently, like the second to last pistol you get in zombies is really insane if you upgrade it max. If you upgrade it and then you pack a punch it. There's a subset of players that ruins games. PlanetSide 2 was victim of these sweat lords. So most games get ruined by good players, or a lot of games get ruined by good players that give bad ideas to developers. Helldivers 2 is being ruined by players that have no idea what they're talking about and probably aren't that good at the game in the first place. I haven't seen that before in a long time, or if ever, but that's what's currently happening. You got folks that have no business giving feedback that give feedback. Because if your feedback is you saying some nonsense and then you defend it by saying, well, if you don't like it, get good, skill issue, you're a idiot. You don't know what you're talking about. You can't, there's no grounds for your ideas in the first place. We're cooking, I cooked earlier. Literally and on the stream. Yeah, it's the game mode. Like, I'm not mad at it. It's kind of weird too, because I'm pretty sure I used to play the old COD zombies so much longer. Maybe I just evolved as a gamer. Anyway, let's go ahead and knock this chill list out real quick for fun. Okay. What are the best and worst missions in Helldivers 2? ICBM? Oh, we should do it for the bots and for the bugs. Why is Hulk even on here? I feel like that's kind of... Alright, the first one's for the bugs. ICBM. We'll do C tier. I'm not a big fan of ball spears, and that's what this mission has. Essential personnel. S tier. I would play this mission just to farm samples. That was it. And I was already maxed on samples. I just like picking them up. I like trying to go for the more samples than last time. Getting 70 samples solo, 75 samples solo. Freaking fun time. SSD. C tier. Ball spears. More often than not. Emergency evocation. B tier. Sometimes you get certain seed spawns I'm not a fan of, but overall it's an okay time. Defense. When it first launched, I'd say it's B tier, but now I'm gonna say it's probably around. I'm gonna say C tier for bug. I'll say B. We'll put it in B tier for bugs. It's a change of pace, I guess. It's going C tier. I don't like there's no side objectives. But you can't do that on this mission, though. I'll put it B tier. Eradicate. This has felt weird to me for a while now. And I think it's because they made it where you couldn't play King of the Hill. Well, you can, but there's so many access points to the hill that you're just kind of a sitting duck. I don't like the new map layouts for Eradicate missions. Blitz. I like it. I'll go A tier for that. I enjoy the idea of shorter missions. I think shorter missions that are more action-packed is the way forward for the game. And having some missions that are longer would be cool too. I want to see like a tournament mission that just has a lot going on. Blitz is kind of there, but I'd almost want to see more. Pump fuel. Ooh, this one's honestly a bit of an S tier pick. Most of the time you'll get hunter seeds, and those are the most fun you can get for bugs. Hunter seeds equal getting 100 kill streaks, 50 kill streaks at least, and that's fun. Big fan. Especially these are like all lobby stuff. Geological survey. Recently, it feels A tier to me. For the longest time, I'd say it was S tier, but now I just don't really see the enjoyment, and the reason why is due to the recent changes in Raise the Flag. Oh, that's for bots, though. Raise the Flag on bugs is probably going to go B tier, dude. Even though people are saying it's crazy, it doesn't feel crazy. The bots feels crazy, but for the bug side, it just feels the same as it always felt. When the recent updates came out, folks were saying that the Raise the Flag mission got crazy. It's insane. I played it, and it was like watching paint dry. It still feels that way. Bunker. Oh, son of a biscuit. These are... Wear out charger. I mean, charger's S tier for testing, so I'm gonna put it there. Bile Titan, same thing. For testing, like if it's my list. So testing wise, S tier. Eggs, S tier. Usually a hunter mission, you can finish it super easily. And because most missions are not that crazy difficult based on the actual objectives, it's more so based on what they spawn monster wise. So any mission that spawns hunters is going to be pretty high tier if it mostly spawns hunters. Low missions you're seeing right here, they don't usually spawn hunters, or they're just not very fun layout wise. Termicide towers, I believe. I'm going to say A tier, almost B tier. The reason why It was kind of whack having teammates ruin the mission because they didn't know what was going on. They're just clueless. The fact that it took friendly fire damage on the towers was kind of annoying, but I also enjoyed it a little bit. So it's a strange thing to sort of ping pong between. I think I liked it more than I disliked it though, so I'll keep it A tier for that reason. Brew Commander. I mean, actually, wait. Brew Commanders turn into Alpha Commanders. Terrible for that reason. F those things. Not a fan. Oh, pump fuel is different. Wait, what? Activate pumps, pump fuel. What the? No, the water drop is the mission. That's confusing. And then eradicate. They're getting particular here. Blitz. I freaking got the wrong symbols, bro. All right, looking at this. Broadcast tower, S tier. Upload data, B tier. I think we're good. Okay. Now to reset. Reset. So bot-wise, the single best mission in the entire game is currently raise the flag. We'll say it's perfect. It's not true, though. It's close. Raise the flag, go to beyond belief. Blitz missions are pretty fun, too. I'm going to say great. Actually, no. Blitz on the bots are kind of eh. Eradicate on the bots is great. Pump fuel on the bots, I think is a mission, correct? Maybe not. No, I don't think it is. Oh, it is pump fuel. Wait, no. I'm confused. What the fuck is going on? Geological survey, I'm gonna go great. Enable E17. Is that the one? Extract? I'll go good. Broadcast, emergency evacuation. I'm gonna go good. Essential personnel. I'm gonna do great on the bots. Maybe even good. ICBM, perfect, or really good. What else? There was no TCS for the bots, correct? Devastator, mediocre. Factory Strider, goated for testing, big fan. Hulk, we'll do good. Dropships, mediocre. Sabotage, mediocre. SSD, it's a pretty good, I mean, it's a really good mission on the bots. I like it. Defense is terrible because you get destroyed by barrage tanks. Pretty whack. Broadcast tower, great. Upload data. I don't think that exists for bots. Antenna, I don't even know what that mission is. Airbase. How is there sabotage and then airbase is a different thing. We'll do good for that. Bunkers, I think it's terrible. Bunkers being able to be beaten by tossing in thermites, tossing in orbitals, eagles, and just walking away is kind of lame. The better mission is one that's not on here, and that is the orbital rail cannon. That mission is good. You can't just cheese it. Gotta actually place the hell bomb, stop the hell bomb. That's freaking sick. So even though we don't see that mission I'm talking about right now, orbital rail cannon is S tier for sure ski. And that should be most of the stuff there. Okay, cool. That concludes that. So sabotage is a low-level mission that I'm pretty sure is just you walking in and shooting stuff. If you like shoot the stuff they have, you break it on the bot side, like shooting fuel. Multiple strategic priorities have arisen. Color me excited. It's not showing the fuel mission, but trust me on that. It's not popping up, but it exists.
Choose where you will give your aid.
Don't play anything other than difficulty 10, so not surprising I don't know what it is. Yeah, it's a very early mission. It was there when the game first came out, though. Democracy Space Station. The DCS space station is currently unavailable. What? All that hard work for nothing. We couldn't afford no batteries. Upload exists for bots now. It does. I'd say, yeah, I think I put it there though. I put upload like high-ish. Person wasn't in the game. Doesn't have to be. It's still a good mission. They changed the Dominator sound. Looking for a daytime mission. Struggle. You guys use ranks other than 10 when seeking super credits? Yes. You're supposed to use like lower ranks. If you're trying to farm super credits, there's no point in doing the max difficulty. Did they change the Dom sound in this update? Like the bug fix one? Just hopped on the live. They changed the Jar 5 Dominator bullet speed. Why? What? Is it bad? Good or bad change? I low-key should farm super credits, man. I'll probably do that while just talking.
Today the light of liberty will grace the skies of this world once more.
I think I like the old one more. Did they change handling too? Huh. I like the old one more, I think. This one sounds like some dude trying to blow air through a straw. I would do jetpack, but I'm already here.
Nothing in the chamber.
The ensign breaker change too.
Found something.
I only noticed the recon armor no longer finds the POIs on the minimap now. That's been a change for 5 or 6 months now. For the past 5 or 6 months, you can't ping POIs with recon armor.
Tactical asset near
Unless you mean something different. Yeah, before you didn't need the armor either. That is true. I used to do it in medic armor all the time. And that reminded me that people would always bring it up too. They'd say, well, you're not wearing recon armor. It's like, doc, I would do it in medic armor. I'm a medic one trick. So, is level 2 the best? At least recon armor shows the stationary enemies where a POI would be. It is true. It does help a lot with that. was a decent fan of it. Okay, this is not working out the greatest. I feel like bots is almost a play. What farming?
A failed operation.
What is the best mission
will
type for
rise
farming
from its
samples?
ashes.
Would it be having less POIs, like less objectives?
Mission coordinates locked. Hellpods prime. Engaging orbital thruster.
Trivial.
Hellpod launch suspended. Orbit synchronized.
I feel like going level 2 is better.
Mission preparation aborted.
Take tower mission. But I'm gonna give it a gander, I suppose. What the fuck?
The enemy has launched a cowardly attack against one of our planets.
This planet does not seem like the play at all.
This operation.
Initiating FTL jump to the Garharan system.
Why changing sounds though? I don't know. It gets folks to talk about it, I guess.
FTL jump 6th mission preparation aborted.
This mission has less land. Can you Alta Force still, or does that not do anything for you?
Hellpods prime.
Yeah, Doge, thank you, brother. Have a good one. I was told the Ensign Breaker sounds different. The Gatling Barrage, 'cause it sounds different too, I guess. Wait, Jetpack's gonna be really good for farming now. Because of the buff. Wait.
Hellpod launch initiated.
Is Trivia level 1? I think I'm there. Does Deathspring make you sprint faster? Or just make you sprint infinitely? Because with Survival Pack, you can just always have stems. And stems give you infinite stamina.
Defend democracy at any cost.
But I guess you could just chain it together better.
Orbital barrage incoming. Stand clear.
That sounds a lot better now. What is that? That sounds different for sure. Less sharp,
Objective
I
nearby.
think.
Dropping a pin.
Your sprint is infinite, but it uses your health, I think. Oh.
Dropping a pin.
Am I just clueless, or are these supposed to be POIs? They're not popping up on my map. Like, I pinged it and there's no dudes. If you hold a grenade when you open a rocket resupply thing, you open it faster and can run. This way you don't have animation. Word. Wait a minute. I made mistakes. So easy. So easy. Only 20. What's up, chap? What up, Norse? How you be, brother? A rough patch. This patch made, honestly, the hidden changes, or I guess the change I didn't read because I didn't really read all the patch notes, kind of cool. Some of the sound changes are nice.
Helldiver, you are moving outside the mission area.
I'm into baseball? No. I wish I was into sports. Be free to farm content off that.
There's something here.
Any worthy booster will kill you. Or stop at 1 HP. Not for me. Don't know. What? Watch Tampa Bay NFL clips, big homie. Get you into sports right quick. I mean, I've seen the clips. Not from them specifically, but just I've seen clips.
Found something.
Just don't do a whole lot. I think I get more hyped off gaming clips these days. But even then I don't, because most games are played with freaking roller. Like I see like an FPS clip, and I always look and see if they're on controller or not, and it 100% affects how I'm impressed by the clip or not, which is unfortunate, but I can't help it. Kind of nifty. Wait. We have a... It's not the biggest problem in the world. We'll fix it right now.
Deploying
Sick
mine
tricks. Check me out. I should have brought a grenade launcher. $100, please. No. Bouncy ass floor. That's what I'm saying. Well, that was a high school game, so the booster will most definitely kill you if you're not paying attention. Oh, it will. I think you're right. Even though most games it won't, in this game it will. How many POIs do you think there is on this map? Bro, what? Trigging's being weird, dude. What is that? No, I think you can leave unless they changed it. Bro just spam chat with a bunch of nonsense. I ignore it because it's just weird. Are you mad at me? Like, fuck out of here, dog. I don't like that shit. When someone spams a chat and you don't read every single comment they just said. Are you mad, bro? Like, are we fighting, dude? Like, shut the hell up, dude. Just be normal. Just be like, what is that? It's strange.
Tagging map.
I think in this case, there's not really many enemies. Like, there's not enemies near the POIs. Like, that person's just they're trying to develop a freaking parasocial relationship, and I don't want to be part of it. The weird thing is I responded to them. I hate that, dude. Bros talking about sports. I responded to said person about sports and said, it's not for me. And then they go on like a... whatever that freaking mental break was. and make it my problem.
Choose where you will give your
Why is that? We have some riveting content planned for the night, folks. Farming super credits. And the crowd goes wild. Ah. I'm pretty excited. It's gonna be a good time.
Initiating
I just feel like dropping, like, I'm so close to having 1,000 for the next war bond. I don't feel like dropping $10 or $5.
jump complete. Mission
Last I heard, super
coordinates
credits are automatically deposited into your account. Yeah, they are. I got 9 out of 5. Try Cookout Sound next and Rocket Sentry. Cookout. What's it? What is it inspiring them to change stuff? Is it they be changing some things? Oh, I had thermites that whole time. I could use those. Whale shucks.
launch.
Devs are not getting my money. That's kind of how I feel too. Normally I'd just be like, okay, you're gonna have $5. I appreciate the game. I'm feeling spiteful instead. Always got 5k super credits ready for bonds. Jesus.
This is it. This is the solemn duty for which you
I mean, it sounds cool.
defend democracy at any cost.
Do they have like a shit ton more freaking... Is that just this planet? What is that? That's got, dude. What is that smoke? Is that this planet or is that new? I'm gonna see if I like it or dislike that. I'll refrain from judging it too harshly right now, but I don't know, bro.
Deploying equipment package.
Wait. Wait. The tech. Oh my gosh, they were not lying. Absolute goat. You guys see the muzzle flash, right? It's not like it's muzzle smoke. That's what I'm talking about. Sick landing. What's the tag? Hold your grenade out. That's it. You hold your grenade out, you interact, and it cancels the animation. Don't let the devs know. They'll nerf it just because they can.
Found something.
Oh, thank God they put a stalwart there. Yep. Let them know. Oh, I didn't. I'm just a small-time streamer. If they find out, we all blame Marcio. They're gonna make that a bug priority fix. Major known problems. Players are skipping animation for unlocking the random small broken down spaceship. Isn't it funny though? They will probably make that they'll make it a bug fix for sure because they added that animation wait after whatever reason. Like it was like after a recent patch. Because the Lord forbid players weren't sitting there waiting for the whole thing. Makes the game more challenging, guys. Waiting through an animation like that. Get good. All these casuals these days. Yeah, they're gonna for sure fix that. Which is kind of sad.
Found something.
But maybe they'll take a hint. Maybe they'll take a hint and realize that players don't like the animation and it's kind of lame. And they won't make a mandatory change like that. Huh? Thoughts? What I missed? Earlier we had some pretty cool stuff going on. Mostly just me bitching, but I bitch with purpose. I'm not like the other folks. I'm different. And after that, just like random stuff. I'm just farming and chatting. The animation should be longer and higher difficulties. That's what I'm talking about. That's a good idea. Somebody write that down. Somebody call an Arrowhead dev. We need them here as soon as humanly possible. We have WH, the idea guy or gal, locked in the chat. Jeez Louise. That's good stuff. That is good stuff right there. In fact, that's so good, I'm kind of mad I didn't think of it myself. Longer animations on higher difficulties. Just apply the same thing to weapons too. Why does an HMG not take longer to reload on max difficulty?
Found something.
Riddle me that, Batman. It's just way too easy to reload on low difficulties. High difficulties, it should be harder. We need reload speed based difficulty. And man, that's genius. Reload speed based difficulty and animation lock based difficulty. They scale up as you increase. And each difficulty level increases it by a second. So on level 10, you just add 10 seconds to your reload. Huh? Challenge. Hey, folks love that in this game. They love challenge. They're gonna love that change. I can't wait. High diff means your Helldivers is under more stress, so things take longer to do. That's how you make the objectives more challenging too. Look at that. We're really brainstorming some big things here, guys. I feel like these are the changes the game needs to be more fun. Am I right? No. But we are right.
Initiating FTL jump to
By ourselves, we're clueless. Together, we have great ideas. Yo, Marcio, have a good night, brother.
Jump complete. Mission coordinates locked.
Apes together strong. That's the mentality. Run with it. They got me farming super credits, dude. I think I need 90 more. I was told the eruptor. You have to wait longer for the terminals to process what's happening. Some insanity modifiers. Where is our survival modifiers? Our survival mechanics? You telling me my Helldiver he's never hungry, never thirsty? Really? We should have some rations. Like, forget worrying about food, or forget worrying about ammo. Start worrying about food. Where are the snacks at? The MREs. Can't wait. I think someone mentioned the eruptor.
Hellpod launch initiated.
Bug spores and codon mods need to go. I agree. Farming level 2 is way better. Oh, be a judge of that.
And shoot all. Remember
I need 90 more.
every day is a good day to
Arc
die for
thrower.
democracy.
Sending down equipment package.
There's more outposts on level 2. See, that's what I thought. I thought, like, as you go up in difficulty, there's a certain point that you just get more stuff to do. So you get more chances at loot. Because I remember farming for super credits way back when
Dropping a pin.
for a video, and I was like, you're supposed to go to level 2 or level 3. I think it was level 2.
Dropping a pin.
And still ping miners. What? Still ping minor POIs when I hover the mouse on the minimap. Don't know what the F was the issue in the last mission. Can't be that. I just need to change my helmet. Probably was just missing them.
Tagging map.
These dudes?
Pin.
They're pressing W. I feel like this map was not the play. In fact, I stand on that. They're trying to cancel me? Yeah, you said minor and I said minors. Huh. Drop pod missions are the best right now. Bro, this mission was not it at all. Really sad that after all these months, they still haven't changed the great rewards on Mega Base 10 mission. Are you not grateful for your 2 supers and 4 rares, my good gamer? All y'all do is complain. All y'all do is complain, man. You said drop pod missions are the best. Well, having a hard time finding a drop pod mission.
The enemy has launched a cowardly attack against one of our planets. Will you defend it?
Oh, I'm bots. I got this one.
This operation.
Initiating FTL jump to the Partion system.
I think that Helldivers is going to have an issue going forward with progression. Because they're going to add stuff. It's going to be really fun for folks that have been playing the game for a long time. But for new players, it's going to seem like an immovable mountain of stuff to do that some folks may not want to partake in. Because when you look at the ship modules, for instance, they're very minor buffs for a lot of investment. The solution is to give them ways to farm super samples or credits or samples in general that is going to be more impactful. I think that D10 rewards is a good way of doing that, but they got to make it farming samples better across the board for even lower difficulties, honestly. Otherwise, I foresee an issue arising in the future. So hopefully they're aware of that and they work towards it. Because if not, we're going to see a lot of complaints that will be justified. This is Costco chicken versus Chick-fil-A chicken. Which one's more justified? There's so much leaks in the new patch. Yeah, but like when will the leaks actually hit? Because I'm getting sick of seeing leaks and nothing happens. I'm tired of being teased. Love the Justify guy. He's pretty good. Those people, they inspire me because they show up every day to make content. Me, I freaking struggle. And he makes food content. I love food. Big fan.
Hellpod launch initiated.
Edge divers, what it feels like. And these leakers are always blue ballin'. Wait. wait, I can hit that note. No, I can't. I can sometimes hit the note, but I can't that note. I was trying to get that high pitch like Hog Rider. What's the leaks?
This is the solemn duty for which you were born.
Stuff that won't happen for like another 4 months.
At any cost.
Omelet stream. You know what? I could do something like that. Per chance tomorrow. Wait, tomorrow I gotta go vote. Oh my god, I don't want to. Not because I don't want to, you know, save the world or nothing. I just don't feel like doing it. How come his shovel does more damage than most of our melee weapons? Bet me, bub. Bet me, bub. Use the shovel. Can we start coping now? No. I won't cope until I see results.
Found something.
And who exactly you're trying to hit? Oh wait. Blue ballin'. That's better. Hog Rider sounds better. It sounds like way better of a phrase to hit that note with. Glaze Diver is a really good way to hit that note too. Glaze Diver. Kinda. Yeah, my voice is not built for that. I think I should definitely come to grips with that. Unfortunate. How hard will we cope once results hit? Well, if it's good change, I'm not against, like, you give praise where praise is due. But honestly, I feel like I praised a little too hard when they actually made good changes, and then they went back and made some not good changes. I might legit become an actual contrarian, because maybe the game needs that.
Here.
Even though I do appreciate a lot of the changes they made. They made some really silly ones still. Man, they nerf super credits. Change my mind. Bro. Okay, jump pack might be one of the funniest things in the game now. Double Shoddy also has that sound change. Well, good luck finding that. Wait.
Found something.
Nope. Time to restart stream for good luck again. What is tomorrow? Because the plan at the moment
There's something here.
is on the 31st. I'm probably going to play Monster Hunter Wilds. Doodle wants to play as well. We got that going on. We got the update 100. Damn it. We have the War Bond on 31st as well. I might wake up early for that. But knowing me, I wouldn't make any plans. I want to wake up early, but dog. If I wake up early, I'm going to the gym first. Last time, I woke up early, and I didn't go to the gym at all that day. And I didn't like that. I could do that. For real, Wild on Friday. I'll be getting wicked on Friday.
There's something here.
Bugs are bots for super credits. I think bots eat a lot of the map with their structures, but I don't know. I don't know. I just started doing this for like the first time in a long time. Wilds looks freaking dope. What's funny is that Wilds has a mechanic that Wild Hearts had, which is being able to place your base wherever you want to, and your base can get destroyed. I like that a ton.
Found something.
They will 100% nerf credits. Not cool, Arrowhead. Not cool. Well, for me, if I don't hit the gym, I just feel like I didn't accomplish it. I didn't accomplish anything that day. If I'm supposed to go and I don't go, and I don't have a good reason for not going, I feel like I just inted IRL. Now, luckily, I just mixed it up to where usually I do push, pull, legs, off, and repeat that process. So I did push, pull, didn't go to the gym, so I did push, pull, off, legs. And I basically solved my issue mentally. Working on a 5 job is the thing. Even though content creation could be going better right now, I gotta get some freaking sponsors. It's actually tragic right here. I'm not gonna give them money. I have $5. Okay, things aren't that dire. I don't want to give them my $5 because they've made me very angry. They have not done a good enough job trying to walk back those changes, I think. Like, they haven't put forth enough solutions to my problems and my grievances in the game, so I will not be giving them a $5. I refuse. And I'm not getting any super credits, so I'm even more mad. When's that Hexclad sponsor? If they ever sponsor me, just know I'll take it because it's probably good money and some folks like the pans, but I like stainless steel pans so much more than Hexclad. My mom and dad have a Hexclad pan. I don't like it. Maybe if you do the whole heating up thing like you do with stainless steel, it's not a big deal. But cleaning Hexclad pans can bite me. Oh my goodness, I don't like them. They gave us a free primary weapon. Yeah, I know, I shouldn't complain. That's my bad. Time to stream World instead. Nah, I want to play Wilds, dude. Wilds looks really fun. Ooh, and in December, we have a DOS update. For all the 2 folks that still play that game. Make it 3. I'll be in there like, swimwear. Is this a thing I can open or what? Already opened it. Understood. Cast iron pans. Listen. Extreme, if you have not cooked on a stainless steel pan, I can't take you seriously. Because I've cooked on cast iron and stainless steel. Cast iron's nice. Cleaning it, not a fan. Seasoning it, also not a fan.
Countless opportunities for justice to be dispensed.
Did you hop on V-Rising to get the free Halloween stuff yet? No, should I? Is that a thing? There's free Halloween stuff because I gave them money for Halloween. I bought like a... I didn't buy it. I'm gonna buy a recent thing they dropped. Because I basically buy anything that V-Rising drops because I like their game a lot. That's the difference. Anything they dropped within reason. They have made me an enemy instead. Sup, Doe? Having a blast with your favorite weapon? Yeah. It's so good. And honestly, it makes me just a joy to be around. I let out the room with my enthusiasm after that weapon dropped. Yeah, same. Dude, Harvard, same. I buy everything they drop. They give me free codes sometimes. I still buy it, and I give the codes to other people sometimes. I forget a lot of times, honestly. But I want more of that game, so I give them money. And their cosmetics are pretty good, too. I like them at least a little bit. Martyr Bay. What can you say? You're trembling with joy? That's just me, man. Hard to contain it. What can I say?
We must join the defense.
Initiating FTL jump to the Martal system.
Just rinse it after cooking and use a brittle brush and scraper. But then you gotta reseason it though.
Jump complete.
Like if you scrape it, don't you gotta reseason it? And if you don't clean it, it retains a little bit of last dinner or last cooking session. The way I am, I just like stainless because when I clean it, it's gonna look clean-ish. Although stainless still gets that thing to where it like sort of just it gets discolored, but it's not a big deal. But it looks clean enough most of the time. La Crusette, is that the one that has a coating? I may have had something like that. Non-sticks for eggs only, but you can cook eggs in stainless too. It just takes a bit, like it takes like if you have a good stove, you can cook eggs in a pretty fast time frame. My stove sucks. It takes a while to heat up correctly. And then if I don't do it fast enough, even on low settings, it gets way too hot. But that's my stove just being cheeks. But stainless, bro, eggs on stainless, they cook perfect. I'm not sure what it is. Why am I even thinking about this? Boom, boom, boom. Go. How much are bitch to flip though? They shouldn't be. Because the eggs won't stick on stainless. If you get the Aladdin Frost effect, you have a little bit of butter down, some oil or something, whatever you want. They shouldn't stick. If you stun a Hulk, how many bayonets to the visor? Listen, if I like the weapon, I'd test it. I don't like the weapon, I refuse. I'm not gonna give, and even if you can kill it to the visor with the melee bayonet, that is such a specific use case that I will not give anyone fuel to their hype on the whatchamacallit, the thing. Word thanks. Yo, Gas Racing, I got some videos of cooking with stainless steel on the YouTube channel. They're really scuffed, but they're there. I might do a stream tomorrow making an omelet because folks want to know. Yeah, La Crusette is stuff enameled on the outside and cast iron on the inside. That is the one. I had it before. I wasn't a fan personally, but I think that my issue is that where I live, my current stove situation is not good. So I think that it got way too hot. And it had the enamel and whatnot. It had the inside coating start to chip away a little bit. I didn't like that. Because I've had the La Crucifet thing. It's like a red... Mine was a red pan. It's like a little oval shaped thing. The inside had a coating. The outside was not... I sort of describe. I've had cast iron. I've had Hexclad. Or I've used Hexclad. I didn't own it. That's just expensive. I've had regular Teflon pans, but out of all of that, recently, I've been using stainless steel, and I freaking love it a lot. And I don't buy the expensive stuff either. I get the one I have currently that I like a lot is from Heritage Farms. There's a code down below using code ODA if you want. I've tried Maiden, and Maiden's cool, but I don't have like a one-to-one comparison yet because I don't have a big pan from Heritage to compare to Maiden. What is this?
Tagging map.
How is there an HMG emplacement just chilling there? My stove is electric, I think. It's electric. Yeah. There's no like fire, like ticking sound or nothing like that. Like dude, goated stoves are conduction, I think. The ones that you like, or the ones that are magnetic. Oh, that's why it shows you. That's kind of crazy. Bro, this game, it nerfs super credits for sure. I'm gonna clock in and farm. Good luck on your shift. My shift's not going the greatest. Induction, that's the one. Those stoves are sick. My parents have that too. I didn't grow up rich, but my parents, they do decent these days. Although my dad loves to buy things he doesn't need, so it makes it a struggle to actually save money and invest.
There's something here.
He'd be trolling in that regard, but he likes to buy fancy stuff like that. Me, I get hand-me-downs from neighbors and whatnot. $100 hours and I've never seen a 100 stack of super credits. I think I've gotten it before, but I've never really paid attention to it. I believe that's what's happened.
Found something.
Dude, they nerfed it for sure. Never have I ever seen that many weapon spots in one area.
There's something here.
Oh. 100 bang to the forehead? Nah, but Double. Double's pretty good.
Found something.
Only need 60 more. Yeah, double some light work. Like it's cool. I'm appreciative, I guess. But come on now. Wait, perfection.
This operation.
Mission coordinates locked. Help pods.
100 credit stack occurs about 1 in 100 stacks. We got some Apex Legends style loot roll there.
Orbit.
We dig with. Chance of getting creds increase on difficulty? I doubt it. I think they just made it so super credits are harder to farm in the first place. Like the devs made it so farming super credits was more difficult because you could just do this method and not fight anything and just go open up stuff. But if they had just been dropping banger cosmetics and banger updates, they would have way more stuff that would outpace players farming super credits, and it wouldn't be a big deal. That way folks could still farm efficiently for war bonds, but they wouldn't be able to farm for everything else that the devs are dropping.
Best of the best. Live
But
up to your
instead, it seems as though they may have nerfed super credit farming. Allegedly. The amount of stealth changes in this patch is a bit concerning after all this happened. Even the changes that weren't stealthy are a bit concerning to me. But I agree on both fronts there. It is very telling that they may have not learned their lesson in the slightest.
Found something.
But hey, the Constitution though, guys. The devs gave us a free weapon. Meanwhile, we've gotten free stuff a lot. Like Quasar was free, HMG was free. Isn't that wild? I've noticed your legs break way more often this update. Like little Wilburs and Pouncers break my legs and arms with one hit now. That was last patch too. Pierce Vidya? No.
There's something here.
I don't think. I mean, kinda. It's more just a statement in general. No, but even before this patch, if you get hit by any attack from any monster, your leg breaks. Your arm breaks. I mentioned that in a few videos, actually. So that's not new. And for the longest time, they had a patch note saying players aren't taking correct limb damage. And I think I said a long time ago, they probably shouldn't fix that. It's fine to keep it the way it is. But hey, what do I know? Now you get hit by... Oh, could have been a hunger banger. Only 10. Now you get hit by anything and you're getting smoked and rolled. Isn't the game more challenging now, guys? Don't you just love it?
Found something.
Add prestige in Helldivers 2? They probably should do that. Funnily enough, you can add prestige and have no reward for it, and folks will farm it. In Dauntless, there are people that played for probably an extra 1,000 hours. 100 banger. 100 banger to the face. Let's go, dude. There are folks that played for probably an extra 500 minimum hours just so they could brag about a number. Have you guys seen I'm like level 400 with the axe? Have you guys seen that? Level 500 with the axe? It's insane. Hey, man. It's the sign. The devs want me to keep complaining. Doe, please keep moaning and crying about our game, dude. Please keep doing that, brother. Here's 100 banger to the forehead. It's a sign. I gotta keep complaining, guys. I don't make the rules. Okay, well now I've reached the super credit quota. The super credit quota. Got 20 first mission, humble. Now I got 100. The farming is over. Probably keep farming low key. What time is it? I gotta be on for like another hour. My goulash is not done yet. I started it at 3 p.m. My goulash takes at least 10 hours. That's 11. No. Yeah. No, it's 1. I ain't waiting until 1. Black Ops 6 Zombie slaps right now. It's fun. It's fun. Especially if I don't think about the... Like, if I don't think about the game too much, it's fun. And I don't mean that in a bad way. I'm a very analytical person. And I view like how much value I get from a game in terms of content creation, in terms of, I guess, self-fulfillment. But COD Zombies is just fun to play. It nails the mark on what COD Zombies is supposed to be, I think, especially in the modern era. That being said, in terms of content creation, I don't feel fulfilled playing it. And that's an issue, because my job... It's my job to play video games. Or at least make content. And instead, I feel more fulfilled making a freaking stream on eggs than I do playing COD Zombies. But that's 100% a me issue.
Initiating FTL jump to the Menken system.
I thought about it though. I said it earlier, I'll say it again. If Space Marine 2 had COD Zombies, so Black Ops 6 Zombies progression, it would feel so much more fun to play. In Black Ops 6, you actually have meaningful progression. The upgrades you get seem impactful. In Space Marine 2, your upgrades are not impactful in almost any real senses. If you actually had stuff to work towards, I think that Space Marine 2 would feel fun. But BO6, I think my only main issue with the Black Ops Zombies is how long it takes to farm augmentations. It's a little steep, dude. But maybe it was bugged, because apparently they fixed a bug with that. And potentially it was going a lot slower than it should. So if that's the case, I'll bite my tongue. But that's like my only real beef. And it's not big beef, it's like small beef.
Launch initiated.
The Constitution's so good. Too good. He'd be one-shot Wilbur's across the map. It's an important detail.
All the galaxy
It
looks
instills fear into every developer for Helldivers 2.
nothing stand in the way of liberty.
I'm sad that Helldivers 2, Warbond, and Wilds comes out the same day. My plan is to play the Warbond for as little time as possible. Actually, wait. How long does the Wilds thing last for? It makes more sense to cover the Warbond first. Gosh darn it.
Objective near your position.
If it didn't, I'd be playing the freaking Wilds demo. Instantly. But my job says I can't do that. It's not wise. Oh, if it lasts 3 to 4 days, we'll be fine.
Tactical asset nearby.
Okay, chat. What is the fastest way to farm metals? Is it to just do eradicate missions? Like do an eradicate mission, do a blitz mission, and then skip the last mission? I feel like it's not worth doing a full operation. Maybe it is if you have a good enough team to do it.
Helldiver, you are moving outside the mission area.
No, you. Get back to the Helldivers 2 mine, though. If there was ore to be mined, I'd be in there. There's none. Eradicate on bots with recoilless. True. I feel like eradicate on bots with recoilless. Honestly, blitz versus bots with the recoilless rifle is even faster. You're just gonna break like 8 little factories. And then dip. Wow. This game is rigged. I demand continuously good RNG.
There's something here.
The mine has been empty for a long while, that's true. We'll see. They seem to have a lot of content planned for the game. Imagine a 100 banger. Boo. Can you get 20 as well? Does it go like 10, 20, and then 100? Or what? How was your prom back in high school? It was okay. How was your prom back in high school?
There's something here.
That change can bite me, dude. What even is that, man? 20's getting 2 10 stacks. Oh. Fair enough. Fair enough. What are your thoughts on the Constitution? What do you think needs to change? Give it heavy pin. The only change that I want that gun to have to be a true meme and challenge weapon is heavy pin. That's it. If you do that, if they gave it heavy pin, I would not have said anything negative about it. Most likely. Nah, I probably would. But I would be a lot more kind about the situation.
There's something here.
Because folks want to say it's a challenge gun. Challenge doesn't just mean not being able to do anything. That's dumb. Challenge means that you can still do stuff. It's just a lot harder. It's difficult but fun. There's nothing fun or difficult about just not being able to kill stuff like a Hulk. From the front at least. It's a lot harder though. Not really. It's just a lot less fun. Because making useless weapons just means that players won't use those weapons, or they'll use other means to accomplish their goal. Like, you can still kill a Charger and a Hulk. Okay. Don't use stun grenades. Yeah, not so fun, is it now? Yeah, it's not fun at all. And even with the previous thing, it would take so many shots to kill a Hulk, to kill a Charger rather. It'd be funny.
The enemy has launched a surprise attack on one of our planets. It needs our aid. The
Don't
Busts
care.
terrorize this planet with their mechanized brutality.
Terrorize it. I hope they terrorize anyone that has a constitution, my good sir. I hope they don't make it to the next war bond. Here's that bouncing. What type of new content would you like to see in Helldivers 2? I think they need to drop more support weapons that are actually worth using. That's a major lacking factor in the game at the moment. Because when they dropped the Quasar Cannon, huge resurgence of players, I'm pretty sure. HMG, same thing. People just wanted to use new weapons. I feel that when you drop new weapons, it's so much potential content, it's kind of crazy. If they're actually worth using. Examples of things that aren't worth using: Airburst Rocket Launcher, the Sterilizer. Those are things that got dropped. They're support weapons that almost don't need to exist. If they didn't exist, the game would almost be unchanged. That's kind of sad. That's not a good thing to do. You want to add stuff that has meaningful impact, that is positive to the game. And support weapons have the most impact on player agency and player action. Because when you shoot them, it feels good. You know that you did that. You aimed somewhere, pulled the trigger, or click the button, I guess, and it landed wherever you meant for it to land, or wherever you aimed. There's improvement to be had, and there's a lot of fun to be had as well. So a revolver, a bow, blow dart gun, obviously, and things of that nature, and maybe even more player aimed stratagems that aren't just support weapons. Fences, electric fences, maybe. A autocannon emplacement, and I really want a freaking motorcycle. I want a vehicle of some kind. But that's what I want in the game, because I have fun using support weapons, but a lot of weapons aren't fun to use. So either add new ones that are good, or make the ones that are currently bad fun to use. And what makes things fun in this game is being able to actually kill stuff. It's pretty simple. That's all I'm looking for. And give me a musket. Give me a musket that does insanely high damage. A Segway would be rad. That'd be so goofy. Give me a black powder musket. And you can make it have a decent long reload speed if it does big damage. Because at this point, I don't care about the realism whatsoever. I think you could make stuff so fun in this game. But honestly, just make the current weapons better and add ones that they want to add that makes sense, I guess, a little bit. A revolver makes enough sense. Like a support weapon revolver that does big damage, it makes enough sense. Will they add it? Don't know.
Hellpod launch initiated.
Random, thanks for recommending the Quest protein chips. They're bomb. No problemo, brother. That's what we want to see, folks. People actually, looking into the fitness tips. I give them for a reason. I think that they're impactful. Speaking of which, I don't think I'm big into protein powder anymore, man. Like, I might still get the brownie batter from Ecovision, but I had their cinnamon toast cereal, and it didn't taste bad. But I think that I don't do well with protein shakes straight up. If it's not in like a shake, like blended with like frozen fruit or whatever, not a fan. So I'm gonna try and move on to some kind of protein alternative, maybe more whole foods that are low calorie as well. Jerky is really good for macros, but not good for the bank account. Salmon has decent macros, but it also has vitamins I don't get aside from taking supplements. But salmon's also expensive. Decisions. 'Cause I'm trying to get my calories down. I want to lose more weight. $100? 10. Meth? I don't know about the macros and macros on meth, honestly. I feel like it's not really in the budget right now. I'll keep it in mind, though. I'll plug it in like MyFitnessPal, chronometer, and see what's popping. Ooh, if y'all aren't, I recommend getting chronometer and just plugging in some stuff you're eating and get like a food scale just to experiment. I think it's a very impactful tool for a lot of people, just to see what's popping with like what you're eating, because it might blow your mind. Avocados, they have like maybe 1 gram of protein per serving. I already get like a lot of fats from food. Right now, I'm only missing the protein link. I could get Quest chips, and I might do that just to have them on standby. Because Quest chips, I like them more than shakes. If I'm just gonna have Quest chips, or I'm just gonna have like a protein shake with water, I'm doing chili lime Quest chips all day, every day. Now, if I'm doing a protein shake with frozen strawberries and freaking Fairlife milk, we're talking about something different. I'll have to think about that a bit more critically. Nuts have a lot of fat in them, so they're not a bad option. But like if you're going for just really high protein food, nuts are not the option. Because for me right now, my diet, I'm doing about 2,000 calories roughly, and I'm trying to keep it low. I'm in a deficit. I'm losing weight. If I do nuts, I'm adding in a lot of fats when I already have a decent bit of fats. Because if you're a male, you don't want to go below 50 grams of fat if you're an adult. If you're a woman, you don't want to go below 60 grams of fat, is what I've been told, and it makes a lot of sense. For chicks, you want to go higher because hormones and whatnot. But I get about 70-ish. And nuts they're decently high in fats. Not in a bad way, but just not conducive to my current goals. So I'm looking for high protein stuff that's like really like either zero fats or low in fat and low in carbs. Protein shakes, like just protein powder, is high in protein. It's like 26 grams of protein, 140 calories. Quest chips is like 20 grams of protein, 130 calories, depending on which one you get. So obviously one has more protein than the other, but one I prefer the flavor of. So like I can do a bit of a fluctuation there. I could just take EAAs, which are essential amino acids, which are different than BCAAs, which are branched chain amino acids. But I'm not really sure how many calories those have.
There's something here.
The labeling on my current product does not do a good job of displaying that. Why still farm? My goulash is cooking. Ooh. Yo, if you haven't tried it, I recommend getting PB Fit. It's peanut butter powder. It has a lot less fat. Still not crazy on the macros, but it's like better than regular peanut butter for sure. If you're trying to like lose weight. Or just you're trying to have a lower calorie substitute. But you get PB Fit. And you mix it with chocolate Fairlife milk or vanilla, your choice, or water if you're a psychopath. And you can make it pretty thick paste. It's basically like almost Nutella. It's freaking good, dude. I'm a big fan.
Found something.
Tried the MRE replacement shake? I haven't. I'm not really a fan of trying to get too many calories from liquids like that. Like recently I've cut out my shake I usually make. I usually have a protein shake, which is probably like a cup of Fairlife milk. 2 Saproppins? It's crazy. I do usually half and half of a cup of chocolate Fairlife and vanilla Fairlife milk with 270 grams of frozen strawberries, a scoop of chocolate brownie batter protein from Ecovision, and I blend that. I used to do that all the time, and I like it, and it's not bad, but I think I have better options for trying to get hit my goals. I am keeping the freaking protein yogurt bowl, though, which is just yogurt and freaking strawberries, or frozen berries. I watched this dude 3 years ago during the real Apex grind with the constant Sentinel montages. I missed enjoying that game, dude. I still have like all the clips from that too. I just can't get folks to care about those clips. But I care. Yeah, Helldivers, I get treated well here. I like it. The community that we've built here is cool. A lot of the other folks are kind of weird though. But we're cool. One thing I'm looking into, and I'm probably going to buy next time, is the Fairlife protein shakes. So Fairlife, the way they make their shakes, is they just use the milk. They filter the milk into 5 different parts. Important parts here would be the lactose, protein, and I guess the whatever else goes in the milk. And then they redistribute it into the perfect combination. And that's why their protein shakes don't taste like regular protein shakes. It's just high protein milk. I'm gonna try that, and if it changes my life, I'll stick with that for a bit. And I'll pivot between the Fairlife protein shakes and then Quest protein chips for my extra grammage of protein. Eventually, I want to try Nutrition Solutions. It's an expensive, or a more expensive meal prep service, but they make pretty high quality stuff apparently. I tried reaching out and getting the stuff for free. They didn't answer. I might have to actually buy it.
The automatons desire this planet for their soulless machinations. Go down and show them the light of liberty.
Initiating FTL jump to the Penta system.
Yeah, they're gonna be expensive, but then again, Quest chips are like $2.50 a bag, or $2.50 a bag, so those are also expensive. So you're paying for convenience.
FTL jump successful.
Jerky is also insane macros, very expensive.
Hellpods primed.
Honestly, I might have to go deer hunting and get a bunch of deer sausage. Like the stuff that's just like ready-made in the fridge. You can just pop it out and snack on it. I think it has decent macros. Don't know for certain. Alright, I'm hopping off this armor. I can feel the LARP essence seeping into my bones.
Launch initiated.
PvP games always have unfortunate communities. So, I always think about Apex because they did what Helldivers do. They defend the game for no reason. And it's the same reason why that game is in a pretty bad state right now, since its players would not accept the idea, the reality, that their respawn system is terrible. They need new LTMs and new modes that will improve the respawn system. It took them 3 or so years to get those modes, and now they're just permanent LTMs. They don't stay, or they're LTMs that aren't permanent, so they always like come and go. I just find it funny that these players could not come to grips with the fact that that game's respawn system is so ass, it makes the experience unfun. After a certain point, obviously. In some games, I don't like being right, because if I'm right, it means that the game's gonna struggle. Apex is a game where I was right, and the game is struggling now because of it. On the one hand, get smoked. On the other hand, My condolences. I made a TikTok, I got like 1 million views, and I had so many people telling me that I just want to have Call of Duty Resurgence, which, yeah. Look at what COD's doing correct. Look at the mode that's insanely popular in a battle royale.
Found something.
Copy it, make it a little different, and press on with your life. Apex didn't do that for forever, and when they finally did, people loved it. It's like one of the most popular game modes. It was a revival squad, something like that. I think some kind of weird name. Double creds, let's go. They also made another mode that was kind of like Resurgence, but a bit more scuffed, which was 3 strikes. Another mode that people loved, even though it had some pitfalls that didn't make any sense. Some chat members. Here's the thing though, it'd be kind of rude to invite people if I'm not like trying to sit here and chit chat. I'm kind of just like rambling tonight. If you guys can't tell, like my speech is slurring. It's not because I'm drunk or high. My brain's delayed. So having to hold a conversation would be a struggle. Because I usually stream when I'm done with the day, and that's after doing a workout session, doing 2 hours of cardio, eating in a deficit, so my body's in like starvation mode, kinda. I'm usually struggling to try and keep things functioning normal-ish.
Found something.
Ready to in pursuit of some sick gains, brother. Actually, I'm gonna look like a skeleton. But after that, I'm gonna look sick. I do think a lot, that's true. There's so much I could say if I could just think, if I could talk with my thoughts and not my mouth, it'd be over. Because I think rather fluently. I just speak like, see, I just speak like I just drank a pint of vodka. It's quite terrible. My mom calls me Cajun because I freaking slur my words and talk too fast sometimes.
Found something.
She thinks it's funny. I find it hurtful. Because it's accurate. Damn how the mighty have fallen. Doe and level 2 bots just to feel something. I'm feeling myself not paying the devs. Because they have spited me once too many times. Or one too many times. So now I'm farming super credits, so I don't give them any money. For now. If they do some good patches in the future, I'll resume giving them shekels. In fact, probably next update I'm gonna buy 1,000 super credits.
I'm bleeding out.
Because farming credits is for the birds. I am the bread.
Found something.
And they keep nerfing it. With an M1 Grand, 8 shots with a ping on empty with strip clip. I'd be happy with slight buff. See, if they give us that, then I can understand the Constitution existing. Like, it'd be one thing if you gave us the M1 Grand first, or a weapon that was like a bolt action, and it's actually good. And then you go, okay guys, we have a meme weapon, we have a for fun gun, it's supposed to be terrible, here you go. Cool. Okay, we have 2 guns, one's good, one's bad, fine. You can't just give us a bad gun when we already have so many bad guns. That just doesn't make any damn sense. It's the opposite of that freaking meme from Fairly Odd Parents. This is where it would go if I had one. But we have them. We have too many of them. Would they ruin my enjoyment? How much you spent so far on the game? Probably like $30. So 70 bucks total. I spent a little bit of shekels. All right, I'm doing some quick research on HEB real quick. God, I hate when I do that. Quick research real quick. Jesus. Fair Life protein shake. Oh, god damn, son. Wait, is it 42 grams of protein? That's crazy. There's no way it's... What? Where are the cows on that? 230 for 42 grams of protein. That's pretty insane. I might have to like, cop those. But it's $46. 48 divided by... There's no way it's $4 a freaking thing. It's $4 for a shake. That's fucking crazy, dude. Oh my god. That's pretty expensive. Protein is expensive. You're not wrong. And technically, you're getting double the protein. What will I main in wilds? I'm gonna probably main Charge Blade. That is what I think I'm gonna do. Don't know if I really like to be shitting bricks. You may have a point there. See, I can make a 400 calorie shake that has roughly the same protein, but it also has fiber. I gotta find like a better protein powder. Because so far my favorite powder I've ever had with my shake is brownie batter from Ecovision. But there's gotta be a better version out there somewhere, a better chocolate protein powder. So my plan is to play every weapon in Monster Hunter Wilds. I want to figure out every weapon. I want to get good at most weapons. And I just want to like... I'll probably have a weapon I like the most, which I think will be Charge Blade, Long Sword, and possibly the new bow. So we finna find out. Wars were fought for protein. Could you imagine the future? We no longer fight for oil or natural resources. We just fight for protein. There's liquid protein coursing through the land. That's where Fairlife gets. That's where Fairlife gets the source. It's not from cows. It's a natural resource. And they're keeping it a secret for a long time. But once the secret's out, wars erupt. But these are not normal wars. These wars have raid bosses. They're pink cows. Brown cows. White cows. But they're giant. They're like sentient aliens. Scale-wise. You should make it become a Hunter Horn main. I mean, I'll try it. I've seen a hunting horn from Monster Hunter Wilds. It's a giant... What do you play jazz on? It's an instrument that you aim it downwards and it loops up. I think about it and I just think about jazz. A saxophone, that thing. That word was nowhere near on my mind. But yeah, Hunting Horde looks fun. I'm excited to play Monster Hunter again. Terminators are held safe within massive compounds on this planet for study and E710 extraction. How now, brown cow? Alright. It's 11. I've reached my quota. My goulash is almost done, I think. Chat, the plan tomorrow is probably doing a cooking stream early. I don't have any plans for a night stream, so I don't know what to play. If I do play something, it's going to be Call of Duty, Black Ops 6 Zombies. We all love that, don't we? But I'll probably play it offline. We'll see. You think we complete all the objectives in the MO? Eh. There's a lot going on. Maybe not. Yeah, Monster Hunter Wild should be sick. I'm very excited for that. Very excited for it. Hopefully, I just find an innate love for the game. I couldn't get it going with Monster Hunter Worlds. I still played it for a long time, though. But Wild seems to have a lot more stuff up my alley. Anywho, I'm out for now, folks. I appreciate y'all being here, chilling, chatting. That means a ton. The folks that gave shekels, thank you very much. Very kind of you. Not necessary, but appreciated. And y'all have a good one. Thanks for being here. And laters.
Every moment we ruminate, another